Hello. We're live.
Hello.
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 We're live.
Okay. Hi, everybody, and
I
welcome
wasn't
to.
sure if you were talking to us.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm talking to everybody.
Okay, good.
And welcome to the Geekspective Presents, a show where we at Geekspective host, then try out new games and play with fun, cool people. I'm Amber, she, her pronouns, also known as Rocket Orca on all the social medias. And today I'm your host and producer, which is why things are clunky. And you know what? I'm okay with it. And so
Deal with it, Josh.
just deal with
It's a chill
it.
stream.
Just it's a chill
stream.
stream. People are gonna be out of sync. I might not mute us when we go on break. You know, it's gonna happen.
Cool.
So anyway, I'm not the GM today, which, whew, thank goodness, because hosting, GMing, and producing is a whole thing. Today, our GM is Kenny. Kenny, who are you? Who are you?
Hello. I am Kenny. He, him pronouns. I'm Wolfmere on social media. I am Geekspective's premier intern at large. I am the co-host of Tabletop Babble, where we actually took a look at this game and inspired us to do this endeavor. I am the Blue Mage of Red Mage Blue Mage fame alongside Amber. And yeah, find me at Geekspective.
All right. And yeah, speaking of this game, today we're playing Quest RPG, and I think we've talked before the stream, like none of us have played this before. So it's going to be a fun journey as we learn a new system and learn new characters. And so speaking of us, let's go ahead and go around and introduce each other. And we'll start with Kat. Can you tell us, your name, your pronouns, your socials, and like a brief summary of what you do on the internet, and then only who you're playing, just their character name, and then your character role. Got it? Sorry. Kat's like, what? Okay.
No, I just got hung up on the fact you said we're introducing each other, and I got really excited.
Oh yeah. So Kat, you have to introduce me to this.
Look at whoever's above you in the queue, and you introduce that person.
Right. So that's Kenny.
And this is Kat.
So I'm Kat. I am she, her pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at KAZZBOTZ. That's Kazbots. I am the DM on the Dames and Dragons podcast. And today I'm not DMing either. I had the same feeling of like, oh shoot, I'm doing a thing today and all I have to do is make a character? Wow. This must be what my players feel like. I am going to be playing Sonnet, and I am a magician.
Ooh. I have a list. I must stick to this list because I was just about ready to randomly pick out somebody. But up next, it's Masood.
Hi guys, I'm Masood, pronouns he, him, and you can find me on the internet, on Instagram and Twitter at Marudboy, MAHRUDBOI. And I'm an actor, comedian, writer, and I play a lot of tabletop games. I have a good time doing it. Do stuff with Indoor Recess over with Roll20. Host a show over there on Wednesday nights with a bunch of comedians from Chicago, part of a group we call Stir Friday Night. And then I do stuff with the Rivals of Waterdeep. So that's where my fingers are in the tabletop pie. So yeah.
Oh yeah, and who's your character?
Oh, yeah, and I'm playing Lobis Dependi. You're gonna love him. He's a wizard, and his big deal is kind of being an anti-mage. But he's really trying to be the best magic user in the world.
Okay, and then
the blue mage. I appreciate all of that.
Oh my god, he is the blue mage. Oh, counterspell. Okay, anyway, up next, Noelle.
Hello, I'm Noelle. I use she, her pronouns. I can be found at Noelle Cherie on Twitter. I am a player on the Dames and Dragons podcast that Kat DMs. And I also do, various things.
Also does like all the real heavy lifting of the audio stuff.
Sure. I
so many things.
All that stuff. And then today I'm going to be playing Dardenkrantz, who is an invoker. So just a sword magic kind of wild card.
I'm excited for this. And then, actually, you're not last. I haven't introduced my character yet, but before me, Sean, hi.
Hi, my name's Sean. My pronouns are he, him. I can be found on Twitter at Sean_O'Hara, SHAWN_OHARA, because Twitter doesn't allow apostrophes. And I am the GM of a Dungeon World podcast called Spelt Lore. And today I will be playing Angus, the fighter.
Angus.
The T is decidedly not silent.
No, it is not silent. It is not silent, and you will learn kind of why once I describe it.
Okay.
Oh, and then so I forgot to introduce. I'm actually playing. I'm not just hosting. I'm not just producing. I'm actually playing as well. And my character's name is Coral. She/her pronouns, and she is going to be the party's very overprotective doctor. So, all right. I think, Kenny, I don't have to have this pressure on me anymore. It's all on you now. Take it away.
Yay, my turn to sweat.
Cool.
I really like the introductions that people did where it's like, I'm glad I'm not the GM. Take it away, Kenny.
Have fun.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so I'll read a little bit that you have seen so far so that our listeners can get caught up onto what this game is. Warp and weft, their work is done. The sisters left till judgment comes. Every child's learned the old nursery rhymes about the sisters growing up, stories about the two old crones who wove the world together from the threads of nothing. The sisters, they say, admired their work for a time before leaving to return to the beyond, leaving behind the keepers to preserve and maintain the tapestry, which is what the world is sometimes called. It's not truly known if these stories of the sisters are anything more than fairy tales. You know the drill. But what cannot be denied are the keepers. The keepers protect the temples. The keepers condemn or absolve. The keepers guard the doors to the beyond. They are prayed to, feared, loved, and despised. They always appear in pairs. That's the world. Now, for you, this is a story of friendship. This is a story of a party that you all have been a part of for a long time. You've been together for years, slaying beasts, breaking curses, finding treasure. You've gotten a lot of renown. Some of your names are now being woven into songs being sung at local taverns called, like, for example, the Lonely Yak. You owe the success, at least in part, to an important person in all of your lives. This is the person who brought this party together. And you each personally feel that you owe them a debt. Now, this reason that you have for owing them a debt might stay personal this entire time. We might not hear about it, or it could come up as we play. And so before our story begins, I want to do a little bit of collaborating on who is this mentor figure. And I can give you some little prompts, but what I really want to see is just kicking around some ideas. And I'd like to do it in a way of saying, like, what if this person is like this? What if they have this character trait? And then we can build the character from there.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Does anybody want to step up to the plate first?
Oh.
I think like there's an innate nature of like them being like gatherer of some kind. Like if they're pulling the group together, like I imagine they reached out and like may have sought us. They might be like someone who communes people in some capacity.
Oh, like a party planner?
I like that.
But better than that?
Yeah.
But more fantastical than what I just made it sound like?
A literal adventuring party planner.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like instead of going to like Match.com or whatever, like a dating website, it's like she's like an adventure curator or he or whatever they are. It's like I needed like that. And
What is their name?
Ooh.
I feel like that's a good first step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Billy, I'm
Just a
terrible at
name.
names.
And then you just build a person around your name. That's what I did with my character.
Yeah, exactly.
too. Wow, the only names that are coming to my mind are like not good.
Right, I'm just looking around my room right now. I'm like, what are things that could be named?
I'm literally like either
Plant.
it could be like John or it could be like Big Dick Steve. Like
Right.
Yeah.
so,
I'm looking around I'm like
yeah.
balloon, Like, and that's not a
know,
good name.
I was gonna say I do kind of. What if their name is something like a Johnny Appleseed? Like, what if they were kind of a folk hero in its other capacity?
Mhm.
I like that.
Yes.
Then they could have a really
Like
specific
Lonnie
name.
Flowerstone.
Yeah. I was going Tommy
Ron McRanch.
Story Weaver.
Story.
Ooh.
I like. Wait, Ron McRanch, the story.
Oh no. Okay.
He's
That's
known to the
him.
people as the Story Weaver, but when they meet him, he's like, "Hello, I'm Ron McRanch." And they're like, really?
Please just call me Ron.
It's just Ron.
Yeah.
Ronald.
Well, I guess going on the what if his name is Ron McRanch and he's just got a really cool cowboy hat, like
Yes.
all times, 100%
Yes.
of the time.
Always.
How many gallons would you say this hat is?
Easily 10. Easily 10.
Is,
Easily 10.
Gotta be
is
10.
20 too much?
Yeah,
Is
I was gonna
25
say,
too much?
25?
It is a hat which holds infinite gallons.
Mhm.
They say he
Uh-huh.
could put 20 gallons in a 10-gallon hat.
Oh yes. Oh.
Is he
Um,
is he a magician? Is he like is he magic? Is he,
Ooh.
yeah.
What if he's magic in the way that like folk heroes are magic? It's not like here's my staff, but it's like he can fit 20 gallons in a 10-gallon hat.
Yeah.
He can walk
Mhm.
5 leagues in a day, like that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Plants
Yeah,
apple
I
seeds
like that.
everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
I like it being very intangible, where it's like you all know there's clearly something special about this person, but you've not seen him like perform a miracle, let's say.
Mhm.
Right. Just when he shows up, like you just know.
He just got that aura. Yeah.
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 Wow.
You guys here? Ron McRanch is in town.
Ron.
Oh,
I might-
Ron.
I think he it's like how many people here have watched Buster Scruggs on Netflix?
Oh, so good.
Oh yeah.
I believe I watched maybe like the first episode. I don't know if I
That's
finished it.
perfect. So
Okay.
I'm imagining, he rolls into town and songs begin to be sung spontaneously around him.
Oh yeah.
Sets up a
Ron
campfire at the
McRanch.
edge of town, and the whole town goes to just listen to him tell stories.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
really
yeah.
like this.
That's
I-
Ron.
Yep, that's
Classic.
Ron.
Classic Ron.
Classic.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how much of this was like just the power of suggestion, but I like him being called a story weaver in this world where the entire world was woven together by these sister creator
Oh,
beings.
Kenny, you think I didn't hear that tapestry metaphor? You think I didn't hear that?
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Is Ron McRanch God?
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
no.
I mean-
It's God Ron McRanch.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Is God dead?
Oh!
God.
And we're carrying him in his hat. Is that what we were supposed to be doing too?
Are we carrying him in his hat?
Okay, that I was gonna say. So one of my final questions is: you have bound this person's soul. I guess we need to get into why we're caring about this mentor. The players know what I'm talking about here. The reason we're setting up this mentor character is because I killed them right away. The party has
God
received
is dead.
terrible news. This mentor, Ron McRanch, the story weaver himself, has died. And we're still, you've learned that the keepers have proclaimed that this person died committing a mortal sin. And so their soul will not be allowed to pass into the beyond. And due to your personal reasons being connected to this person, you can't allow this to happen. So at great expense, you have arranged for their soul to be bound into an object you now carry, is there a way that it's not the hat?
It
There's
has,
no
it
way
has
it's
to be
not
the hat.
hat.
It's his
Oh,
hat.
Sorry,
The
can't
hat.
It's his hat.
That's fine. And I have a follow-up question to that, but you're
Uh-huh.
carrying that object, and you have located a long-forgotten shrine that guards a gate to the beyond that is protected by the keepers. So your mission today is to breach the temple, find the gate, and pass the hat housing Ron McRanch's soul through it. Will it fit? This is a legitimate question.
Well, it'll be fine.
It's honestly, it'll bend. With a little bit of leather moisturizer, we got it.
I mean,
Skeleton.
I've packed like a sun hat in a suitcase before. It wasn't a great idea. It came out a little bit crinkled and wrinkled, but you know.
Lopez
All
probably
our souls
has
come out
leather
crinkled and
moisturizer.
wrinkled.
It's actually for his hands, but it works on a lot of.
Oh my god, can I go on a tangent? Because like I watched recently this debunking video of like this YouTuber who, sorry Kenny, this YouTuber like like debunks all these like 5-minute craft videos, and like there was this video that was showing like this like fake leather shoe that was all crinkled, and like they smeared butter over it and put it in a freezer, and supposedly it'll like take the wrinkles out. So if anything happens to Ron McRanch's hat when we push it through whatever we need to push it through, we just gotta smear some butter on it, put it in the freezer, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Freezer?
Yeah.
Got it.
It'll be fine.
Perfect.
It'll be fine. No.
It's just a soul in there. That's it.
Souls are pliable.
Ben.
We know that.
We
Yeah.
all know that.
That's absolutely true.
Mhm.
Ron
I
told
mean-
us that.
If there's two things that the laws of physics don't apply to, it is Ron McRanch and his hat. We're
I
gonna
do
be
like-
fine.
I do like the idea that the whole premise of this is that, well, if you know what, if they're not going to take Ron to heaven, we're going to get him there by force.
Yes.
We're gonna shove that hat into heaven whether they want it or
Got
not.
it.
Oh my god.
Oh, Ron.
my
R.I.P.
Ron.
Ron McRanch. R.I.P. RMR.
If I'm being honest, committing a mortal sin sounds like classic Ron. Like, I'm not even surprised. You know what I mean?
You know.
Of course. That's the way he'd want to go.
Mhm.
Okay, so my follow-up question that I didn't have in mind because I didn't know it was a giant hat. How is this hat being transported? Is somebody wearing it? Is it in a special case?
Unthinkable. Unthinkable. No one can wear Ron's
No
hat.
one can wear Ron's hat. I would imagine
I
it's
take it off of my head. Sorry, everybody.
maybe it's on Ron's horse. Like, like we still travel with Ron's horse, and it's like resting on the
Yes.
side next to their
Yes.
saddle. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I was
perfect.
imagining the horse wearing the hat, but I
No,
guess
you know, no, that could
That
work.
was
I
also
like
my
that.
first thought.
They've earned it, you know.
I
Yeah.
yeah.
what's the horse's name? The first thought that came to my mind was peanut butter, but I don't know if that's a good
That-
hat.
Yeah.
Uh,
Perfect.
Peanut butter.
Peanut.
Yeah. I don't think Ron's horse has a cool name.
I think
think it's-
peanut McButter.
Peanut
Peanut
McButter.
butter.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah, yeah.
God, it sounds
Pea
delicious.
McNut butter.
So it's on the horse's head. Okay.
And now we have a horse. So
Perfect.
Oh,
it's
perfect.
not going to cause any problems, that's for sure.
No, no,
We
no.
gotta get it
Oh my
into a
God.
dungeon.
Another body for me to protect. God.
As
The
everyone
responsibility.
knows, horses love deathtrap dungeons.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Honestly, very agile creatures.
I know as hell.
I've never seen a horse get spooked.
Is it too late to make it a donkey?
It is
Ooh.
not too late. This is a conversation.
Hmm.
Ooh,
I-
I
am
like it.
For some reason, in my head now, I'm thinking that Ron has peanut McNut butter or whatever,
Peanut butter.
Nut McButter,
Yeah.
and but never rides it. Like they just walk down the road
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharing an
Oh,
apple
yeah.
between each other, like
Maybe-
passing back and forth
Maybe a
apple.
mule.
together. Yeah.
A
A
mule.
Mule. Yeah.
Mule.
Meet halfway, you know,
Yeah,
donkey,
exactly.
horse, meet in the middle.
That's how it happens.
Adventure crews are all about compromise.
That's how
I was
mules
gonna
are
say,
made.
so far I've heard 10 different names for Nut McPeanut Butter, and I think canonically Ron never gave the same name twice
Right.
for
Yeah,
this
yeah.
animal.
Mhm.
Also,
Oh,
I
yeah.
like how we came up with the mule before I drew the horse. So thankfully, I didn't have the. But now I have a horse head on a tiny donkey body. I don't know if it'll show up or not.
Perfect.
That's
The
what a
only
mule
way the
looks like.
hat fits. It's the only way the hat fits. Yeah.
So
Uh,
you have
love
been
him.
journeying for some time to arrive at this temple, and I think what I want to do here is we're going to have a little montage of this journey, and I want to learn more about your characters. And as you get closer and closer to this temple, you're noticing strange things, and in particular, you're noticing the fabric of reality is coming undone the closer you get to the temple. That's how you know you're getting close. So, for example, you're seeing things like a tree that looks like it's being spiralized like a potato, like the threads of it are like unwinding from itself. You're seeing things that, I mean, your characters wouldn't have this analogy, but it's like video game bugs. Like you once saw a pair of antlers bobbing without being attached to anything through a field. These are the kinds of things you're seeing. So I kind of want to do a montage of your character, maybe what you're thinking as you pat Peanut McButter, and you know you're getting close to your destination.
All right, you gonna assign who goes first, or are we gonna jump into it?
Jump into it. Go for it.
All right, not me.
Okay, I can
You
go
were
first.
talking, so
Yeah, I know.
Sonnet is composing verse about the area that they're passing through. And so she has a leather journal and a ink pen, fountain pen. And so she is writing as she's walking and looking around, saying, "What rhymes with unwinds? Unkind, unbind, unfind." I'm speaking to the group here.
Mind. Time is a stretch, I guess. I don't know. Rhyming's not really my
You
my
could
forte.
do a slant rhyme and go cosine if you're thinking about some sort of litigation.
I don't think litigation is quite the mode of verse we're going for, but good thought, good thought.
what about like lime? Is that? I don't rhyme a lot. That's close, right?
Unwind and
Lime.
Lime.
It sounds right.
Lime.
Like it flavors the scene, you know.
Mhm.
Did Ron like lime?
You know, I don't think I ever saw him eat a vegetable or a fruit. Now that I think about it,
I think all I ever saw him eat was mixed nuts.
I saw him
is
eat
it not a fruit?
no, but I saw him eat a hot dog once.
Hot dog doesn't rhyme with unwind, though.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I gotta ask, what does Sonnet look like? I'm
Oh.
curious.
So, Sonnet looks almost like a person. Like if you looked at her and you just was a glancing, looking past, you'd go, "That just looks like a normal woman." But when you spend a little bit longer looking at her, you realize that what she looks like is actually a drawing of a person that has been brought to life. Like her skin is just the exact color of vellum, and her hair is the color of ink. And like she is completely black and white except for her clothing, which is very vibrantly colorful, and she has like her lips painted red and vibrant eyeshadow on, but all of her like natural parts are black and white. And she moves very strangely, like she goes from just completely still to very animated and then completely still again.
Cool.
That's so cool.
Living cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say we were talking about slant rhymes. You're like a slant rhyme of a person.
That's exactly it. Like she is just like she is the uncanny valley.
Mm.
I can't look at you straight. I have to keep like looking at you out of the side of my eyes. Like I can't. This is not right.
Makes my head hurt.
It does make my head hurt.
Yep,
Can you please describe Coral? Because I just
Okay.
would love
Okay,
to
yeah.
know. I'd love to know the size.
Yeah. So as Sonnet is trying to come up with rhymes, you see this 3 foot tall axolotl who's walking on their 2 hind legs and is nervously trying to feed Sonnet like suggestions. But also not, like I said, not really like looking at Sonnet, but also like is nervously paying attention to everybody around her. And she has like, actually I'm going to look off my character sheet because Quest has a really nice character sheet. So she has very iridescent skin and like frilly gills, and she has these big wet eyes and these small soft little hands that she's holding as she's like talking and worrying. And like I think while we're walking and she's trying to feed Sonnet some information, Peanut McButter like stumbles and she goes, "Oh!" and then runs over and checks and goes, okay, we're okay.
What rhymes with worrier?
I don't know.
No, Lo, I know this. And you see Lobez stretch out a little bit in his like gray and black and white robes. He moves his blue hat around and he says, "Courier! Courier rhymes with worrier." And
So are we thinking of a courier as in someone who brings something, or a courier as in A curry that is more curry than other curry.
No, a courier is Courierr. The way, and like Lobis thinks back as the way Ron was a courier for us and our journey through the years. Lobis is a wizard, and the first thing, like the character sheet, the first thing that you notice about him, his leathery skin, because he's old. He's survived the wild look in his eyes, because they're always wide open as he's going around. And how he talks. He moves with a nervous purpose. And for a long time, he only lived in the arcane city of Manaville. And it's a massive city of just magic users of all kinds. And he wanted to be the best one there. But Ron reminded him the best way to learn would be maybe to leave and use his magic in real purposeful acts. And so that's been Lobiz's journey.
I have a quick clarifying question.
Mm-hmm.
Is Mana named after Manaville or vice versa in this world?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
One and the same.
Yeah. It was just there. Manaville's been there, man.
The eternal city of Manaville.
Mm-hmm.
Angus thinks for a while. He puts his hand on his face and goes, well, if you think warrior sort of rhymes with worrier, it depends on how you say the two words. Like the way that I say warrior kind of sounds like how you say someone who worries. And he's really thinking about this hard. Angus is the first thing you notice about Angus is that he is absolutely hulking. He stands at 7'2", and he's enormously bulky, and he has a head that looks like the head of an elephant seal. So he's got this gigantic gray nose on like either side of his face that hangs down. His skin is very thick and leathery, and he wears nicked chainmail that looks like it's woven together from like multiple different chainmail shirts that he's found over the years. And he's got a silk eye patch over one eye. He's never told you the story about how he lost it, but it's gone.
We've all talked about it. We all
yeah.
Whenever he goes to sleep, you're like, do you think he like got somebody took it from him, or like
it was a food
took it from himself?
Someone got it in like a fork. It must have been.
There was a BB gun.
I think he still has an eye.
It's real underneath.
It's just
it's cosmetic.
Sometimes when you see him in the morning, it's on like a different eye, and you're like,
Wait a minute.
was that on the other side?
Oh no, he's a pirate.
He comes from a very remote village on an island in the north called the Salt Hill, that he left as a younger elephant seal folk in an attempt to become a hero of some renown. He carries a gigantic piece of driftwood as a club that's decorated with a variety of things that he's found washed up near his home. And he's just repeating warrior, warrior, warrior over and over as he walks ahead of people.
And Dardenkrantz just suddenly says, everyone silence! And she continues to walk. And she's a giant just metal woman. She's very reflective. From her character sheet, the first things you notice about her smooth exterior, her bald ass head, and her pointy fingers.
How pointy are we talking here? Like when you see him, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's like T2.
Yeah, like when you see him, you are worried. You know, you become
you're
the
a warrior.
And she has several weapons that are all made of obsidian, as is her armor. And she looks like kind of a person, but she's like 6'5". She claims to be very old, and yeah, she's told you all to be silent and is now just walking.
to discuss as a party, when Dardenkrantz does this, is this something that happens often?
I just put my hand over my mouth and go.
Yeah, I think despite being 9 inches shorter than Angus, Angus always looks shorter than Dark Prince.
Yeah.
Whenever she's like that, it's like, okay, yeah, no problem, boss.
Someone got up on the wrong side of the bit. Lobis is like kind of whispering over to Sonnet at like behind the donkey.
And Sonnet says, "What rhymes with silence?"
Violence.
Violence.
Silence. Yes.
No,
very
I
good,
said violence, like you're buying
Oh.
lenses.
Oh, well, that's also interesting.
So right now-
Dardenkrantz pulls out her sword and she says, "I think it was violence."
So
Yes, I
Dardenkrantz,
think it was.
are you looking for something right now?
No, I just wanted everyone to be quiet.
I was tired of listening to people, so
But I as you asked if this is something Dardenkrantz says often, yeah, I think it is, and I don't think it's something that ever sticks.
Well, that's why she has to say it so often.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You go marching off. I'm imagining Coral like trying to keep up, basically.
Yeah, and just being like, "This is serious. I'm alert now."
right, we're going to we're trying to assault heaven. I forgot.
Attack and
taking this a little
dethrone
serious.
God.
And Dardenkrantz looks around and she's like, "Has anyone noticed anything strange?"
Points
Well,
in
I
the
think that
distance.
everything is strange, which actually, considering our circumstances, might be normal.
Dardenkrantz
Oh.
points at Sonnet, and it's very terrifying. You don't want to be pointed at by Dardenkrantz.
Oh, and Sonnet
And
just
she-
goes utterly still. Utterly still.
And Dardenkrantz says, "Elaborate on that." Dardenkrantz is not very smart.
And Sonnet says, "Well, you see, if things were normal, this close to the small hole in reality which we are approaching, then we would be in the wrong place. The fact that things are becoming unbound around us is, in fact, a good sign."
Dardenkrantz nods slowly and looks around and notices that things are strange for the first time.
Yes, it is quite weird here.
That's good. That's good.
Like you're noticing, for example, right now there's no sun in the sky. It's like a clear sky, but it's still bright out.
Ooh. Very cool. Would we do we know like how close we are? We just know we're getting closer because things are getting weirder.
Very, very close.
Okay.
Time is
Very
kind of slipping away as well. Like you've been traveling for a long time, but the closer you get, it's very hard to pin down the hours that you're marching, the days that are going by. Who knows for real? I think what I want to do is this is a good intro to these characters. I had one detail that popped in my head with Dardenkrantz pointing at Sonnet and Sonnet freezing. I imagine in my head instantly Sonnet going into like a cycling animation, like in a game or something.
That's a little bit it. And she also gets very, like, when asked to explain things, she sort of, like, gets more proper and more like a tour guide.
Oh.
Let me tell you.
Yes. Look around us at all of this strangeness around.
Mhm.
Is it not the most interesting thing?
That's why Dardenkrantz trusts Sonnet the most.
Tell me, Dardenkrantz, what things do you notice?
No
Doric
sun. No sun.
Very good. And Coral, what do you notice?
Ron, what was our guy's name?
Ron
Ron
McRanch.
McRanch.
Ron McRanch's head is slipping.
It's like
Oh, no.
cocked on the eagle's head right now.
Yes.
Dardenkrantz immediately puts it back.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's
Very
okay,
good.
Ron.
And you notice
And Sonnet sort of relaxes. She's like, oh.
you do adjust the hat on Peanut McBrittle's head, but you're having trouble moving him now.
What?
Like he doesn't want to go forward.
Oh,
Like,
oh,
Oh.
Peanut.
So ends your journey with us, friend.
Yeah.
Angus walks over to Peanut McButter and just puts an arm under the mule and just lifts him up.
There's very little resistance.
Yeah. It's fine. If he doesn't want to walk, I could do this.
Yeah, he's just kind of like a limp doll in your arms.
Is he still
This-
alive?
This has happened before.
Yeah, I like lift him up to my face and I grab his head and I look into his eyes. Are you doing all right?
You're just looking into muddy indifference.
Dardencrans says, that makes sense. We don't want to leave the hat behind.
Yeah. Is this a normal sort of muddy indifference or like a sinister kind, do you think?
Ooh.
Oh no, is he possessed?
No, I just think he's hungry. You're fine.
Do you offer him something to eat?
Yeah. Just like, pull out
I just
something out of the rucksack. Yeah.
I just hold him out with two hands. So you can beat him.
Should we leave him out to pasture, like set him free with Ron's spirit, or is Peanut?
But we
McBriddle
need the
coming with him?
hat.
We do. Does anyone have a hat box or a hat bag?
I mean, I can wear the hat.
You want to wear the hat so
I
badly.
want to wear that. It's Ron's hat. I gotta protect it.
Dardencrans points at Coral.
Well, yes.
Like, no one wears the hat.
Well, I
You start
guess.
crying.
Well, is he breathing? Looking at Peanut.
The hat?
No, not the hat. Looking at Peanut.
Did Peanut die?
Yeah.
Peanut breathing?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Okay.
Well, just
He's,
very.
he's hale and hearty.
Just doesn't want to go with us.
Well, I mean, he could be persuaded. Like, he's not resisting Angus carrying him.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. Well, then I'll just carry him.
All right.
Fine by me.
Okay.
Over on top of him.
Over the shoulder, like a sack of peanuts.
That's how he got his name. Let's go.
Often we would see Ron McRanch carrying Peanut.
Oh yeah, he'd come up a mountain town into a mountain town with a mule over his shoulders.
Yeah, I mean,
The mule stuffed into the hat, carrying it like a sack.
Just shake the hat out when he gets to town.
It's classic Ron. Classic
classic
Ron.
Ron. Classic Ron. I miss him so much.
It
As you
hurts every
press
day.
on, reminiscing about Ron carrying a sack of peanuts over your shoulder, essentially, you clear a hill. The wind picks up, and the sky goes dark. It's like leaving the atmosphere, still bright, but a black sky now. And you see laid out down before you what looks like a coast, looks like the sea coming in, but the sea is made of like star stuff, cosmic stuff, like a
Ooh.
nebula is washing up on shore. And standing on that precipice, you see a stone temple.
Oh, it appears that we have arrived.
All right.
Oh,
When Sonnet says that, it's like being snapped out of a dream. You don't know how long you were walking between like those two moments.
Well, that's deeply unsettling. Shall we move on?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, let's go. Also, when we get in there, be careful, please. Don't touch anything. Just
I need
Can't
to
promise
walk on the
that.
floor.
you. Okay, even that. Be careful.
We'll be
Gingerly
fine.
step.
Come
Well, what
on.
if there's a door? Can we touch the door to open it?
We should have talked about this previously.
Mm.
Look.
I think it's like Aladdin rules. Like, don't touch anything but the gate to the afterlife.
Yeah.
Just
Don't eat anything. Don't. I just be very careful in here. Who knows?
We'll be fine. What's the worst thing that can happen? We die, then we take the hat with us. We're fine. Look,
When you ask what's the worst thing that could happen, Dardencrans closes her eyes and she uses Evil Eye, and she can sense the worst thing that has ever happened in this temple.
Okay.
And yeah, it says the guide will describe to you the type of thing that happened. and what the people involved looked like.
Oh.
So for this ability, is this you use any action points, or you just get this
It uses
once?
one.
Gotcha. Okay, so what you are seeing right now, is this a vision you're receiving, do you think?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So for you, if I could make a suggestion, I think that as you approach the temple, Dardenkrantz says silence again.
Oh, sure, of course.
But your evil eye is opened, and what you see in your mind's eye is this cosmic stuff around you forms up into a gate. You see an archway where this cosmic stuff is filling, and there is a rift, and the gate breaks in half. And standing on either side of it are two women glowing with radiant gold light, and they turn and walk away from each other.
It's the
Dardenkrantz blinks and is like, I don't think anything bad's ever happened here. I think we're good to go.
just tuck that away.
Yeah.
It's fine. Let's get it.
Dardenkrantz doesn't know.
Everyone's acting so cavalier about this temple on the edge of the Star Sea. I don't know. We'll just go in, I guess.
It's for Ron, for God's sakes.
Lobis, do you feel any arcane energies? Do you feel the warp and the weft of the tapestry? How it weaves here or unweaves, as the case may be?
Lobis doesn't have sense magic, so he's gonna go, yes, I mean, look around you. It's apparent the way that the earth is unraveling must be the work of the arcane. Anyways, let's get inside. Come on. Look, come on. We're here. The quicker I kill God, the faster I'm the greatest wizard in the world. That's just kind of the order in which I'm perceiving my timeline.
Is that the bar for the best wizard in the world? Is kill God?
I mean, no other wizard's done it, so.
Well,
Or is God the best wizard in the world?
Or is God? Yeah, God's. I don't know.
It might be a Highlander situation. I might be finding some stuff out.
I don't know if you want to become God, Lobis. It sounds like a pretty harsh gig. People.
I'm not going to knock it without trying it. Come on. If you get a chance, I'll do it for a week.
That's true. Yeah. If I get to be God, I'm going to take the opportunity. I just want you all to know right now.
I think I would too.
What rhymes with kill God?
I love the axolotl down there. Like, yeah, me too.
Yeah, I would do it as well. God can control time and death and life.
You're all having these fantasies as you walk towards the gate. So there's an open archway that leads into the first chamber of the temple. And as you approach it, you can see that the chamber within is glowing with dancing lights.
Well, don't let beauty deceive you. I know it looks sparkly and great. Just don't touch it.
Shiny things are good.
Well, some shiny things are good. And I touch Dardenkrantz gently.
Dardenkrantz steps away from your touch.
A little bit of slime pulls off.
Yes, exactly.
Tiny little hand.
Oh boy. Okay. Well.
What else is in this room? Just lights?
Well, as you walk up I'm imagining as you ask that, you can walk up and look inside Coral. And what you see is a relatively small domed chamber. And the very walls of it look to be made of petrified trees with their roots and branches growing together, like coiling together to form the structure itself. Those same roots coalesce again in the center of the chamber and form a flat pedestal in the middle of the room. The dancing lights that you saw are fireflies, flashing green and pink.
Ooh.
And you can hear as you approach the sound of chimes, that you can't see where this sound is coming from. The very floor of this chamber is cracked down the middle, like as you approach it, cracked in that direction. There are stone altars lining the chamber, and they are covered with trinkets and candles and offerings.
Is there anything good on in these offerings?
Yeah, what's the deal with the offerings?
Just immediately, everyone.
These offerings, huh?
We're like, grave robbery. All right.
Coming
Already.
back. We're not coming back. We can
Yeah.
take it to go.
So looking around, at this point, I'm imagining until I'm told otherwise, people are just kind of like Scooby-Dooing, like peering
Oh yeah.
over the
yeah.
threshold.
Oh, no, yeah. We're
We're
seeing-
crammed in the doorway, all of us.
Just this side of the wall, just head.
yeah, yeah.
Head.
Dark
Real
Prince,
head.
Angus, Locust, Sonnet, Coral.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Peanut.
with
Yeah,
the
very
hat.
Just imagining Peanut this whole time. I've been imagining Peanut with its tongue out.
Oh,
the
that's
tongue
really
is not
cute.
gone away.
Oh,
Yeah.
like a Kate Beaton pony.
Yeah, mhm, mhm.
Actually, that is what I'm imagining is the
So
cake beaten
cute.
pony.
So cute.
Idly licking Angus armor every once in a while, just for that sea salt, you know.
So salty, yeah.
What you see on the altars is just a mishmash of things. You're seeing balls of yarn. You're seeing simple weaving tools, knitting patterns, some carved toys, quilts, like little baby quilts, little works of art. Nothing of intrinsic value. There are some like rag dolls on the altars as
all-
well.
It's all crafted stuff. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
It's all things that are made for crafting or made by crafting.
We things that a lot of stuff that gets woven.
Mm.
Yeah. weaving
Blankets,
tools,
knitting
carving
stuff.
tools.
Yeah.
Right.
Do
Right.
we need to make an offering?
Hmm.
There's no other apparent door.
There is a door opposite the altar. So if you keep going straight, there's what it looks like, rather than a door, it's like an archway, and this is still made of these petrified trees. So it looks like walking into a dark entrance to a woods, but made of stone. You're noticing in that tunnel, the branches like overhang menacingly.
I think Angus is gonna walk in.
Oh.
I think that's a great idea, Spider.
Lobus is like, you know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Get in there, Angus.
If anything tries to kill me, they're gonna have a lot of blubber that they got to work through.
Mhm.
Giving you enough time to come to my aid. And he's still carrying Peanut
Okay.
and walks up to the altar and like holds Peanut over the altar. Like, what do you
Is
think?
this okay? Like hovering Peanut over it.
Is he a metal
Yeah.
detector now?
What do you? Should I?
No. Don't
No.
You don't
offer.
wanna offer
Okay.
Peanut.
All right. I was just
We need
asking.
the hat.
Angus, can you do me a favor? Just touch one of those fireflies for me, will you?
Yeah. And he starts pawing his trying to get one.
You touch some, they kind of flutter away.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, they're
All right,
just
they're not-
cute.
Okay.
They're not.
Yeah,
they're
tickle-
just cute.
yeah, tickle a little bit.
Okay.
And he starts looking around at the altars with all the offerings and sees all the different little crafted bits and is like, should we probably leave
No.
something?
That feels respectful.
Mhm.
Okay. And he reaches up where his like driftwood club is like slung over his shoulder and it like jangles with shit. It's covered in a bunch of different like knickknacks and things that he's found and made.
Totally.
And he pulls off a little thing that looks like a spiral shell that was carved out of some sort of soapstone and pops it off the string that it's hanging from and goes and tries to find a nice altar to put it on that looks like it has similar stuff.
Okay.
It's like,
Mhm.
all
So
right.
I'll go ahead and tell you, since you're looking for similar stuff, as you're looking at these items, you notice that the altar on the left and the altar on the right have different manner of things, all crafted like you're talking about. But on the left-hand side, you're seeing balls of yarn, books and journals, knitting patterns, sketches. On the right-hand side, you're seeing weaving tools, toys, quilts, carvings.
Carvings. This one.
So you place it there.
It's like that big, but it's like his giant hand places this tiny little carving on the.
Tink.
Did
And
I
you-
see in my vision anything about them making offerings?
You did not.
Okay.
You saw a gateway splitting.
Yes.
You're just walking back.
visions, right? It's just like this could mean anything.
When you place that little seashell carving on the altar, all of the fireflies glow green, and you hear the sound of a chime.
Ooh.
And I like lean back to look through the doorway, like at everybody, like, that's good, right? Probably.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds great. Yeah.
Green
Gre-
usually means good.
Yeah, green means yes.
I'll follow in. I'll like start walking in. Yeah.
Yeah, Sonnet will come in too, and she's gonna look at that altar that has like writing stuff on
Yeah.
it. You said.
Yep.
And she's gonna flip back to a page in her book, and tear out one page, which she folds up very, very neatly, very crisp lines, and she says, "This was the first poem I ever wrote about Ron." And she puts it on the altar.
Wow, what is the name of this poem?
The name of this poem was The Story Weaver in the Library.
I like it. You place
Very
the parchment
cool.
delicately down, perfectly matching your skin tone, of course.
Oh yes, it is exact same shade.
And when you place it down, all of the fireflies glow pink for a moment, and you hear the sound of a chime again. And when both these items are placed down, you hear like a popping sound, almost like a vacuum of air being displaced, and two items materialize on top of the pedestal. So I'm going to have Sonnet and Angus both roll a d20 to see what treasure has materialized on the pedestal.
Ooh,
Okay.
exciting.
All right. I took out all my d20s, and now I'm not sure which one to use.
Shouldn't use this
I'll
one,
use-
that's for sure.
Oh no.
We'll use the one with the skull in it. That'll probably get good results.
Skull.
Okay, Angus, what'd you get?
I got an 8.
An 8.
I got an 11.
Brag about it.
My
Okay.
dice has a skull in it. It's always going to give me the right thing.
It is a death trap, you know.
Mine is blue.
Angus,
My.
the treasure that appears before you is a lanyap,
Oh, what?
which is a word that I only learned when getting ready for this game. So lanyap means a little extra. It's like the 13th donut in a baker's dozen. So weapons in this game typically do 2 damage. This is a well-crafted weapon which does 3 damage,
Oh.
and it is a
Oh.
great hammer.
Oh.
Well, that.
And it is like, it seems to be made out of one piece of ivory.
Cool. And I'm just like holding it up like, wow, look at this thing. And I'm just swinging it.
God, stop!
Yeah.
The fireflies are like, you can see the
Spiraling.
turbulence of
Yeah,
air
they actually hit
off of the
them.
hammer. Yeah, so this does
Interesting.
3 damage on a hit
Yeah.
rather than 2. In addition to being a beautiful piece of art.
I start taking things off of my driftwood club and putting them on the hammer.
I gotta dirty this up a little bit.
Yeah, this thing's too shiny.
And Sonnet, you find a little wooden box with very simple carvings and very simple decorations. And when you open it, there's nothing inside, but you can feel the magic that is coming from this box. This is a needful gift box. Whenever you are negotiating a trade with someone, the box can sense an object of value that the other party wants. And when you open the box to them, a convincing illusion will appear inside.
Ooh, very nice. Very good.
Well,
Needful things. All right, so that is a puzzle solved and treasures gained. So everyone can get 3 extra adventure points, which you can use for your abilities.
Lobis is going to see folks getting treasures,
Yeah.
and he's going to try to game the system. So he takes out his magic flask that always refills. And now I will pour some of my most expensive liqueur into like one of the bowls, and then just wait.
Into one of the bowls, like on.
Yeah, like one of the
altars.
offering bowls. Yeah.
Okay, so you do so, and
Yeah.
a stone root wraps around your ankle and begins twisting it.
Ah! Rats! No,
So-
yeah,
So I'm gonna have you roll to see what happens here.
sure,
So just give me a d20 roll.
absolutely. I got a 14.
Okay, that's
Okay.
a success. So
Oh.
you actually managed to get out of your thin little ankle.
Wizened ankle.
Yeah, not the first time I've had a stone root try to grab me.
No, you don't get to 68 like this.
I like in my head it's like, you know, dying like one day before retirement. It's like imagine dying before you turn 69. That would suck.
Oh man.
Not nice.
It's nice for a year.
Oh boy. Well, I guess like I'm willing to go in now. and
Yeah, I
just,
guess
like,
so.
chill.
There's nothing else worthwhile in here. Like, Logan's like, readjusts his robes. as
Are
he,
you
like, walks
okay?
out. Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you
It's
sure?
cool. Yeah, no, it's fine. You know, I just thought sometimes you gotta try to swindle the game, you know?
Lopez, I worried about you.
So mad.
Let me see
Made
your,
me feel feelings.
let me see your ankle. I need to see it.
Like,
Does it
lifts
look
up
bad?
his leg, you know? Yeah. No. I think it's fine.
Okay.
I think like
Does it look bad under normal circumstances?
Yeah.
Skin is very loose and liver spots are aplenty. So
Goes
as
down.
it's like yeah. But he has to also take off his like many compression socks. So you actually
Joke's on you, Stone Root. That ankle was already broken.
I was gonna say, it looks like a branch of a tree.
yeah, basically. Just real nodded.
In my head, when Coral looks at your ankle and you pull up your robe, it's like one of those terrible one frame shots from SpongeBob in like the hyper detail.
Hyper realistic. Well, if you need any cream, I've got Fantasy Bengay for over here, and that's my pack.
Oh my god.
Aw.
So now the fireflies in this chamber are starting to flutter down the tunnel ahead.
Hmm.
Oh,
Like through the archway?
Yes.
Okay.
all right.
So I guess that's the way
Yeah,
the fireflies want us to go.
it could.
Do we trust the fireflies?
Oh, I've never gotten in trouble following bugs somewhere before, so I don't think today's going to be the day.
Dardenkrantz casts shield on herself.
Just herself.
Just to be safe.
Ow.
I think I can only cast it
Yeah,
on
yeah,
myself.
yeah.
So.
It's just so funny.
So what does that give you for our public information?
Basically, it will, like, if I take damage, it stays on me until I take 3 damage, and it takes those damage
Gotcha.
for me.
Gotcha. Perfect. A little buffer.
Uh-huh. And I will take point through the archway. This
Start
being
leading
the
the way.
case.
All right. Going through the darkened archway. You all take your first few steps in that direction, and you hear a tiny voice from behind you, back in the shrine chamber, that says, "Are you leaving without me?"
Peanut.
Oh, I forgot Peanut. Sorry.
Is it Peanut?
And what happens? No, Peanut is faithfully behind you right now. When you turn back to look for him, there's a ragdoll that has sat up on the altar, and it has button eyes and a stitched, smiling mouth, and it tilts its head and it waves.
Oh, Sonnet goes right over to that.
No.
No.
I'll try to, yeah.
Dardenkrantz says, "Which one of you brought that with us?"
Nope, not mine.
Not I.
Hello, little friend. Are you trapped here?
Yes, I can't find my way.
Oh,
Do
no.
you want
no.
to be trapped here?
No, I want my sissy.
Oh.
We've got to take her with us.
I don't know.
I don't
I'm
think
gonna-
we have to. All we
I'm-
need is the hat.
I'm going to use one of my fighter abilities. I'm going to size up this doll.
I didn't know where that was going. It's like cleave.
Yeah, annihilate.
Okay.
So yeah, size up. You evaluate the capabilities of a nearby creature or a group of creatures. The guide will give you useful insight into their capabilities, strength, vulnerabilities, and or resistances. At minimum, you will receive an accurate assessment from the guide about whether they would pose a fair fight.
Ooh, okay. So it's interesting. You're looking at her little ragdoll form, and you see that she is marked with all kinds of wounds. So she's got puncture wounds. She's been squashed. She's been stretched. you're looking closer at her, and you see that stitched to one of her hands is another little doll's hand that's been cut, like a little bit of cotton coming out of it.
Low.
And
Amber and I are both like, oh, poor doll.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone else is like, creepy doll.
the vibe you get, it's not like this would be you're not getting a lot of strength from this, but she's clearly almost indestructible as far as like physical harm goes.
Gotcha.
She's an invincible little doll. And I'll give you one extra piece of information. You've been traveling, and I imagine talking with Peanut McBrittle for a long time now, and you've spent a lot of time with this hat, which is now imbued with the soul of your friend. You're getting a similar sense that this doll, there is a real spirit, a real soul in the doll.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that would make sense. I have also, just Kenny, FYI, I have death sense. So, which basically, I naturally sense whether any remnants of the dead spirit creatures are nearby, but not their positions. The guy will notify you when they sense is triggered.
Yes, and let me ask you: you look at this doll, and you can sense death on the doll. You can sense the soul. What does that look like to you, or how do you get that sense?
Oh, interesting. I think my gills are the receptors of things. So like the frilliness of it, kind of like they're sensitive to the spirit's feeling. So like.
Maybe a little bioluminescence on the frills.
Yeah, and it's kind of like they're kind of waving in a different way without the water. Like they start to move without water being present. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah, it's like moved by the spirit nearby.
I shiver.
Yeah, so that's the info you get. Nice use of abilities there.
Okay, so you're just like regular haunted doll, not like killer haunted doll, right?
What's your name, dear?
I'm just a little girl. My name's Tagalong.
Oh,
Tagalong.
That's a terrible name. No.
Inquiry. Is that a name that you chose for yourself?
No, Sissy always called me that.
I see. Is it a name that you like?
Of course. I love my Sissy.
And what is your sissy's name?
Her name is Sissy.
Where
Very
is she?
descriptive.
Where is she?
She's somewhere over there. And she points with her little unmoving hand towards the tunnel. I lost her in the dark.
I'm gonna take this doll.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick her up.
Do you pick her up?
Has anybody else taken the doll before? Can somebody ask?
No.
Yeah.
As you say that, Sonnet picks her up, and she like immediately puts her arms around Sonic's neck.
Like,
did you just call me Sonic?
No, Sonic's neck. I made a little tongue twister for myself.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah.
I wish that I wouldn't. I'm just gonna be picturing Sonic now.
No.
Doing the like. It's the idle animation.
Yeah, exactly. She does have the idle animation going.
Wait, is it choke? Oh my god, is it choking her?
It's okay. I don't breathe.
New info for the group.
Yeah, I don't think I knew that before.
I didn't think I knew that either.
But to be clear, she's not trying to choke Sonic, correct? This is more of like a,
Yeah.
you're my babysitter.
Yes.
and
Okay.
I trust you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's that terrified moment where Coral thinks you're about to be murdered. But no, she just is like cozying up.
Oh. That's cute, I guess.
It's all right, little friend. We'll find your sissy.
Oh, thank you so much. Hooray!
Now, what rhymes with haunted doll?
Death Paul.
Haunted Hall.
Haunted Hall. And you start walking.
Bouncing ball.
Yes, we go down the
Okay.
hallway
Yeah, we
with
go.
our new
Oh, yeah,
friend.
we're going.
We're just
Okay.
collecting
Our
all
new
sorts.
friend.
Hooray!
My new best friend, Sissy. Or tag along.
Tag
We're
along.
going
Tag
to
along.
Sissy. That's right.
Tag along. What kind of intel do you have about this area?
Intel. I'm just a little girl.
How long have you been here?
As long as I can remember.
Did you stay in that room the whole time?
Yes. I can't leave unless somebody shows up.
Okay.
Has anyone else showed up?
Not in a long, long time.
Oh, good. Then we won't have any competition.
And
you
shoving
say that-
Ron's hat into a hole.
You walk. She puts on the hat. You walk into out of the other side of the archway, and the space opens up into an enormous courtyard surrounded on all sides by. It's like ruins, like from the Romance period. Like imagine like a ruined Parthenon, overgrown with vines, that fills up this entire space. Long, big, open area, and running down the middle is a long reflecting pool. The water ripples a little bit, and over that reflecting pool, about in the middle of the pool, is a arched gateway that has been broken in half.
Interesting.
All of the surfaces are overgrown, as I said, but you see underneath, sometimes over, you're seeing tapestries on every available surface.
So first question, I want to look at this pool. Do I see my own reflection in it?
Good question. So you go and you look in the pool. Let me ask you a question, Sonnet. What is a beautiful object that you strongly desire?
Oh, an object.
Yes.
I think it would have to be something very colorful, very, I think maybe like a jeweled pen of some sort. Oh, you know what? Actually, very specific thing now.
Okay.
It is a gold and jewel encrusted, like it looks like a library catalog, and a jeweled pen that sits next to it.
That. And what you see is yourself with this object in hand. You can see it, and it doesn't just look like a reflection. It looks real, like real enough to touch. And unbidden, you start to bend down to reach for it. And Tagalong on your shoulder says, "Help! Help!" And she's looking to all of you.
Oh, Dardenkrantz grabs onto Sonnet.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Let's look at a roll to see how this
New
plays out.
new
from
rule.
Dardenkrantz.
Don't look
From
at
me.
anything.
I got a 16.
Okay, you successfully wrench Sonnet back after
And
this.
Dardenkrantz, when Dardenkrantz grabs Sonnet, you hear the sound of like crinkling paper.
Gross. Anyway. Well, I look into Sonnet's face and I say, "Why are you trying to go into the pool?"
Oh, I saw the catalog, but that's not right. It's gone. Dardenkrantz,
What?
can I help you find something?
I'm just here for the hat.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm sorry. It's hard sometimes to think when I think back before Ron. Anyway, don't look in the pool.
Tagalong is like patting your hair right now.
Don't look in the pool. Okay. Ugh.
Dardenkrantz kind of gives the pool a sideways glance. Even from here, she can see Big Jewel.
Now you're looking at it too, being a little bit closer. You can see as the pool extends further back into the room, there are statues dotting the edge of the pool.
Uh-oh. Yikos, are they touching the water?
Indeed.
Dardenkrantz did not come this far to become a metal statue.
You you don't change at all. You just freeze in place.
Yeah, exactly. She points around. It's
All right.
very dangerous.
Kind of like press my back against the wall and like try
Like,
to put
not all of us
Yeah.
not looking at the pool of water.
Right.
Close your eyes, Lobes. Close your eyes.
All right, okay.
Actually, I just stand in front of him. And I
Yeah,
just
Yeah.
that's perfect.
to the side.
Ah,
Just hold on to Peanut's tail as you're like carrying it behind.
I wonder what.
Did you say there was another exit to this room, or we're just in here with the pool?
there are both left and right from the way that you came in.
Okay.
There are open archways.
Okay.
Any sign of fireflies?
They are in the room, and also fluttering about the room are little butterflies, some pink and some green. And when you get closer to them, you notice that they are little papercraft butterflies.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, the things
They're
that
like Sonnet.
Coral is imagining. The butterflies. And immediately in her mind is just like they have daggers in their little hands.
They're venomous. They have guns. I don't know.
It could be anything.
I
Okay.
was like, sign of death.
Okay, and they're not doing anything, they're not gathering in any place.
They're just fluttering about.
Okay.
Do they seem to like the fireflies? Are they chill buds?
Yeah.
Aw,
Yeah.
They're
Good
bug
pals.
beds.
So cute.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned tapestries.
Yes.
If
Oh.
we look closer at the tapestries, is there anything on them that sheds any light on this situation?
Yeah. As you're taking a closer look at them, you are noticing that they depict all kinds of things. They're depicting emblems and symbols, sometimes histories from the world. You're noticing a pattern. All of the tapestries on the left side have a little pink border around them. On the right-hand side, a green border.
Okay, so when we came into this room, we followed green fireflies. Is that correct?
I think they had turned back to pink.
Yeah.
Or they were the pink ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and that's like the offering we made. Is the pink side?
Well, we had made when we made one offering, they turned green. We made the second offering, they turned pink,
Pink.
and then they all flew.
Okay,
flowed
so we
into
had
the
to do
room.
both.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
all
I
right.
want to use. I'm gonna use an ability. It's gonna be really helpful for the next hour. It's called Magic Eye.
Ooh.
And I gain the ability to see beyond physical reality. For the next hour, I am able to see the following: magic. A faint aura surrounds any person or object currently affected by magic. And illusions. Any illusory creature or object slightly flickers, but you do not see its true form.
Oh.
I am getting a timer going.
Oh, so it's gonna be a
It's an
real
hour
world
in the real world.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, all right. Well,
Also, if you die in this game, you die in real life.
Ah!
All right, cool.
This is why
Sorry, I
I'm
gotta-
scared.
There's somebody knocking at the door. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So now you are attuned to magic. You are seeing things that are magical, correct?
mhm, mhm.
Okay.
Oh yeah, after my experience with that pool, and I'm a little bit disoriented and off, so I'm like, I gotta see the illusions.
For
I
sure.
gotta know what's up.
For sure. Yeah, definitely all of the liquid in the pool glows, a faint glow.
Mhm,
Clearly
mhm.
that's magical.
Would have been useful if I should have cast that when I came in.
That's okay. That's why you got your little
Lesson learned.
co-pilot, you know.
Yeah.
The gateway is blindingly bright.
Ooh.
Oh.
It is radiant with magic. And you're taking a closer look at it now, and you can see that it's not just like simple stone archway. The two pillars on either side have been sculpted to look like two women who are looking at each other, like with like a sideways gaze.
Do I recognize them?
Mom?
I mean, Dardenkrantz is really stupid, but
I think living in this world, yes. This would be like, do I recognize that this is Jesus on a cross? Yeah,
Okay.
you do.
These
Or
are-
do I recognize this is the Buddha? Yeah, you
so
do.
I'm
This is, like, totally
looking
just
at them
economic.
being like the sisters.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
them.
Mhm.
Okay.
And you notice furthermore that their hands are out as if they're holding something that cannot be seen.
Okay.
Mm.
Could it be Big Jewel?
It's a huge jewel.
Just a massive.
This one in that pool.
Yeah, I
Aladdin
thought
thing is
Lobis was gonna
happening.
be the Abu in this. He talking grand.
Last thing I'll say, and this is very faint, and you have to look pretty hard to notice this. At the far end of the room, it ends in just a stone wall. There's a little glint of magic from the far wall.
Oh, I want to check that out.
And head over there.
Yeah, but I want to bring someone with me. I don't want to. I need somebody who is less squishy than me.
I'll go with
Garden
you.
Krantz, Angus.
No, if it's magic, I'll go. I think like
Okay.
Yeah. Let's-
Lobis will definitely go check it out.
Lobis. Okay. Magic Squad.
What do you
Let's go
see?
check it
Come
out.
on.
All right. All right. So what I want to go check out this magic.
Mhm.
I don't want to touch anything though. I'm not touching anything.
Don't
Now
look
we're
at
getting
anything either.
You see a mirror on the other. No.
Ah! Smash it.
What you see is a fresco of a princess in a tower sitting at a spinning wheel, and she holds in one hand a needle which is inlaid with gold on the wall.
Mhm.
And that is the thing that is magical. That is where you're getting the sense of magic from. This little gold needle inlaid into the wall.
Is this something that we can take?
You want to reach out and touch it?
I said don't touch anything.
That is
I'll try.
expressly against what you're
Try.
saying.
Yeah, you
I'll
said-
try. You almost fell into a pool. Let me see what happens. Lobis prepares himself, and also I'm readying reflect. If something happens to me as I touch it, I want to
Mhm.
immediately like try to counter it. But
Great
yeah.
idea.
Right. And Sonnet is
Cast that
gonna
shit on the
stand
wall.
Yeah.
behind Lobis.
Yeah. Yeah. So and then I reach out and grab it.
Okay.
Mhm.
You touch it.
Mhm.
There's no immediate effect. You can't remove it from the wall.
Okay.
It's a part of the wall. But
Mm.
when you go to touch it,
Mhm.
the eye of the needle is cut out and actually goes through the wall, and you can feel air coming from the other side.
Okay, so it itself is not magic, but I don't know. Maybe if someone's strong. Sorry, my arthritis is acting up. One of you strong people, try and lift it out.
Oh,
Hammer.
smash.
Walks up with his gigantor hammer. There's a wall. Take it down. I could do that.
Let's see if we can look through the eye of the needle.
Oh, all right.
Use your huge eye muscles.
You move your nose to the
He
side.
moves his huge nose to the side, presses his eye against the wall.
Yeah.
How high up on the wall is this needle?
So I would say it's like 3.5 feet.
Oh, I
So
can't see.
he's like laying down.
I
Just
can't.
way down on the ground.
So you look through. There's a soft glow of light. You hear a sound, a creaking sound, like.
Great Foley work.
Thank you.
Wait, where's the desk? We need the desk.
Yeah. It's not unlike that. And you are also, even though you put your giant schnoz to the side, you can't help but smell mustiness.
Is it like a good mustiness? Like
Yeah.
Oh,
Or is
is
it
there
bad
a sense?
mustiness?
Like a library or like a bad mustiness? Like
I would say
Yeah.
Like
a library
grandma's
is an apt
basement.
comparison. Yeah, grandma's basement, also a good
Yeah.
comparison.
okay. Cool.
all right. Well, I think that I should smash this wall down. I don't know about you.
I mean,
Yeah, why not? What's the worst that can happen?
you
Yeah.
say that a lot.
Still
Well-
here.
The worst hasn't happened yet, so I'm gonna try and smash it.
Okay, give me a
Okay.
roll.
I'm gonna back up.
I'm
Yeah.
backing up too.
We're all gonna hide behind.
Oh, I don't like this face.
Tell us about this one you rolled.
It is a one.
Actual one.
Oh, no.
I mean, what's the
You
worst that can
fail-
happen?
you
What
fail
is
to
the
break
worst
through
that
the
can
wall.
happen? Let's act.
I can
Kenny,
think of
what's
it.
the worst that can
I yep.
The worst that can happen in
tell
my
us?
mind is you smash that hammer against the wall and it is impervious to damage. And so what actually happens is you just absorb that shock
Ooh.
back through your hammer
Oh,
and you go flying backwards.
no,
'cause you swung with all your might
no.
towards the pool.
No.
Now,
No!
I will say here, Lobiz did have Reflect available. If you want to try and use Reflect to bounce this spell back, I can allow that.
Absolutely. I would definitely try and do that.
Okay.
Okay. 15.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Success. So what happens here?
Mhm.
It's like a crowd control train in a MOBA. Basically, you get bounced back, and then Lobiz. What does it look like when you reflect this back?
I think the force like immediately points his staff and then points it to one of the statues that are pointed in the water, and like you instantly decelerate and you just like fall, and that one then begins to shoot, like just like an instant transfer of motion.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It goes silent in the chamber for a moment, and then there's a blast of sound, and that statue just turns to dust.
Sure hope they couldn't feel anything anymore.
You hear a gentle scream.
Oh, it's my back when I creak.
Sorry, that was me. I was wheezing. Thank
Well-
you so much, Lobis. Thank you.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. Like, is there anything on this wall? Is there like a tapestry? Is it just stonework?
There is stonework. As I described, there's tapestries everywhere. And actually, as you look about, Lobiz, I want to ask you now, your eye is drawn to one tapestry in particular. And as you look closer at it, it actually depicts a scene from your life. It depicts an interaction you remember from Ron McRanch. Something that was important to you.
Mm-hmm.
What was this scene?
Yeah, Lobis looks on it, and it is a perfect encapsulation of them in his tower, where Ron is like sitting on the edge of like the window, the stone window, and has got his little like corncob pipe that he was like packing, and is like really is like almost like Lobis hears him saying, leave Manaville. What's the worst that could happen? And I think it's like that instant on this tapestry. Okay, what is this? Is this a prank? Did someone do a prank on me? What's happening here?
Do a prank.
When we look at it, do we see the same thing that he's seeing?
Yeah, you do not. You see a moment that mattered to you personally.
Oh no. What fucking matters to Darden Cran?
Big jewel.
It's
All it
Darden Krantz
is
and
just a
Ron.
big jewel.
It's just you and Ron egging somebody's house.
Yeah. I think it's probably the first time I ever met Ron. And it is he actually rescued me. I was about to like fall to my death, and he just reached out with his beautiful greasy hand. Who knows what kind of person he was. And I just
Greasy
looked up at him
calloused.
and I was like, that's my new stepdad. And I and I decided that from then on I would try and not risk my life so much for Big Jewel.
What a turning point.
Mm-hmm. And when Darden Krantz lays eyes on this, she immediately begins to cry.
Real tears.
I think they look kind of like molten like
Quicksilver.
metal. Yeah, like Quicksilver.
Mercury.
Yes, and she says, "It's a prank on me."
Is this the only tapestry in the room, or are there other tapestries?
There are many tapestries.
But
Do
this
all
is
the
one
tapestries
that-
show us?
No. So
this is the magic-y one.
Yeah, you're getting the other tapestries just to give you a little sampling of the kinds of things you're seeing. One shows a witch ascending a lightning-struck tower. One shows a three-eyed sphinx with a sword piercing its third eye. One shows a river of water and a river of fire. One shows an unlit candle. One shows a six-fingered hand clutching a mallet. You're seeing all kinds of imagery and scenes, but none of them are changing like this one is. or different?
I'm going to bet that all of these images are going to be very important in the rest of our journey. So let's remember them. However, we have a magic needle, a magic tapestry that is made out of thread. Am I the only one drawing a connection?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Kind
You
of.
want me to burn it? Yes. Okay.
All right. I'm going to not look at this tapestry for fear of emotional distress.
Ooh.
And also, though, I do want to try and unravel this tapestry a little bit. Just get a little thread.
Oh.
Because I want to thread that needle with the tapestry.
Ooh.
With the
Okay.
thread of the tapestry.
Oh.
That's great thinking.
Is everybody cool with this?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
But I am also going to very much just not look at that. Because I don't want to... I know what it's going to be on that tapestry. I don't want to see it.
Yeah. I like imagining this, because you're doing your best to avert your gaze and you're seeing just the suggestion of an image and you're like, oh, I cannot look at this. And you undo a little of the tapestry and the thread turns gold as you undo it.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna unravel this tapestry over to the needle and thread that needle.
You feed it in. You hear a very soft click. An outline of a door appears and it swings open. And I think that's a good place to take our break.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
Cool.
man. Okay, how's it sound for you guys? 5 minutes sound good? Is that enough?
Yeah.
Okay,
sounds
great.
good.
By me.
All right, well, I'm going
Radical
to
Radical.
mute you.
And we're not going to turn off our cameras.
Yes,
No.
please do not do that. Yep. All right. And
Impossible.
we're back. It's fine. We're terrible. Like at Geekspective, when we are doing like Tales from Oxfairy streams and stuff, we always are talking when we come back on, and Josh is just like, I just give up. Like, whatever. They're gonna talk about.
It's a cold open. That's what
Yeah,
we're doing.
yeah, yep. It's what it is. It's good. All right, we're back at it. So, Kenny, I give it to you, the reins.
All right. When last we left our heroes, they had just discovered a secret passage in the main gateway nexus of the temple. I wanted to say, before I forget, you undid this tapestry and got a bit of golden thread, which is actually a relic. So this is an item that you now have, is the golden thread.
Nice.
The golden thread is a holy relic of the Order of the Sisters. Golden thread symbolizes the connective tissue that holds people and the very cosmos together. You can use the thread, it's a one-time use, to repair a broken object or bind two things together.
Okay. Well,
Nice.
So keep
I
that
have
in
a
mind.
little doll that
Yeah.
needs repairing.
That's
Yep.
true.
I'm good with sutures.
Saying.
Mhm.
All right. Well, should we go through this this mysterious new doorway? Can we see through it?
Yeah, it opens up, and as the door opens, Tagalong is going to say to you, I love visiting Granny.
Wait.
Well,
See, that's uncomfortable. That
now I don't want to go
Also,
through.
also, you said that you don't leave the room.
I don't. I've never left the room.
Then how can you visit your grandmother?
Sissy and I visited Granny all the time.
Okay, little doll, do you not understand how this is? You can't
I'm
have
just
never.
a little girl.
Oh, how long have you been a little girl?
As long as I can remember.
Wow.
Tag along.
Yes,
Have
Sissy.
you? Oh, I'm Sissy. now.
Oh no!
Oh. Okay.
I'm worried about the doll.
Yeah.
a little, just a little.
No,
Is she...
I think I understand it. You were something else, and now you are what you are. But you're still what you were. Is that right?
She turns and looks at Cora and says, she gets it.
She's the only one.
Keep walking
Oh.
into this secret hall.
Yeah.
Sort of understand. There's Ghost and then there's Doll, but then
And then there's Doll Ghost.
yeah,
I
Doll Ghost.
understand.
Right, Ron? And we all look at the hat.
Wait for it to reply. I thought that would work for sure.
Yeah, no, it's with a shot, right?
You think you hear a ringing spur for a moment, maybe?
Coral.
Classic
I'm gonna-
Ron.
I'm gonna put my little finger up to tag along and just like sort of shake her undamaged hand and
Uh-huh.
say, "I understand you, little doll. We're alike. Don't worry."
She nuzzles up closer, throws the little cloth arm around.
I don't think Sonnet's gonna leave here.
Ugh.
So now this secret. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I
Coral.
was gonna ask, pointing at the little doll's hand, did that hurt when that happened?
So she has the hand, and then stitched to it is another
Uh-huh.
little hand that's been cut off. And she looks at it and she says, "I don't remember."
So this is as if two dolls were holding hands,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and the second doll was unceremoniously chopped off.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay.
I understand. It's hard to remember what you were when you are what you are.
I've always been a little girl.
Yes. And
I'll
I've
always be a
been
little
Sonnet,
girl.
And I'll always be Sonnet.
I used to be Big Jewel.
I was a pup once. I was like this big.
Wow.
Can't imagine you as small, youngest.
It was a long time ago.
Lobis, were you ever a pup?
I've been an old man since I was a boy.
What a tagline for the character.
Oral, would you come out of an egg or something?
Oh yeah, a little tiny little egg.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
It wasn't a hard shell though. It was like one of those soft, pliable,
Oh,
easy to destroy.
yeah.
Anyway.
we used to
That
eat
makes sense.
things
You're like
in
that
Star
now.
It's true.
Wars. Two little
Just immediately just like go down like
Oh.
and like anime sweat droplets. Yeah, it's true.
So
Alright,
the door
going
is
to the room.
open, and
Yeah.
you are now being overwhelmed with the smell of Grandma's basement. So
Is it? Now you're saying this like it's a comforting thing.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
not. I didn't see it as a comforting thing.
You are not familiar with my grandma.
Or mine,
Is
for
it-
that matter.
Is it grandma's basement or is it musty library? Or is it
I would say it's like Grandma's house. So
it's like
it's a,
grandma's house?
it's
Okay.
You're getting a combination of smells of like musty old people's space, but also baked goods.
Oh.
Fantasy
And-
Ben Gay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it smells like home.
Yes. And that creaky sound that you heard through the eye of the needle, Lobiz, now you can hear it very clearly, and it is a squeaky wheel.
Hmm.
And you can all see, lit by warm golden lantern light, is like a little grandma's hut in the middle of this temple. And there's a rocking chair that's creaking back and forth, and a wheel is going, and there's an old granny, her back to you, and she is weaving.
What rhymes with creepy old woman?
Maybe now's not the right time to be composing something, Sonnet. But we'll work on it. Honestly, now you've got me.
Yeah,
I'm
now that's all I'm
curious.
thinking
Yeah.
about. Woman.
Silence, everyone.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's that, dears?
I'm willing to bet money when we see her face, it's gonna be scary.
Does she appear from behind to be a human?
A humanoid. I mean,
Yeah.
in this party, we have more non-humans than humans for sure.
That's true.
Sure.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just wondering.
Yeah,
Like,
it-
quintessential granny.
yeah,
If she looks like a human, it would actually be more weird.
it
Yeah,
really
that's
is. Like you've put your finger on it. It's like this is the archetypical grandma. It's like if you distilled humanity's idea of the grandma, that's what you're seeing.
The ideal grandma.
Yeah, the grandma.
The grandma. Oh
All right, I'm gonna. Angus is gonna start slowly, like circling around to the front of Granny with hammer like
You're-
this.
Like, good idea.
You are setting up the horror movie shot right now. You can
Yeah.
imagine the camera panning around.
Slowly panning. She's like hunched over.
Yeah. And she's knitting, and she looks up at you, and she's just got a wrinkled old face, and she's gumless, and she smiles, and she says, "Oh, hello, dear. I didn't expect you to visit today."
Hello. I'm Angus.
"Oh, I know who you are, dear."
All right. Whomst do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
"Well, it's your dear old grandma. I
Oh,
thought I was the old one."
Oh. I'd like slowly lower the hammer and look over at the rest of them like, come over here.
So you're all filing in, unless you
Yeah.
tell me otherwise. I'm
Yeah.
happy
Good.
to
Yeah,
leave
I'm
you outside.
last. I'm last.
I'm good standing where I am watching.
Lopez
Yeah, yeah,
outside.
yeah.
Not my
Well, this is
circus.
good out
I
here.
can I can catch I can cast spells from here. I'm good.
Fair.
I gotta bring Tagalong into the room. It's
Of course.
Granny. She wants to see Granny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm,
As
And
you're
I
walking,
see no problems with indulging the whims of this tiny creepy doll.
mhm.
you're walking
Ah!
in, and the setup of the room, it's like the sides are lined with big glass cabinets and absolutely chock-a-block with knickknacks. This is a woman who's
Ooh.
collected things for a long, long time and is very happy to display them to everybody who comes in. She has at her side a little candy tin, which she opens up, and it's all sewing and weaving supplies in
Oh.
there.
Oh man.
Of course.
And-
of
and-
course.
Treat me, treat
and-
me.
And Coral like looks disappointed, and she goes, "Oh no!" And then she opens another tin, and there's a hard candy, and she offers it to Coral.
Coral's little webbed hand shoots out to grab it, and then goes, "No!" and slaps it out of the hand.
Good. We said not to touch anything.
Right, I guess eating, that was like the big one too.
Yeah,
Don't
I
eat
almost
anything. Mm.
don't
and,
tempt
the
me,
grandma goes,
Grandma.
"Your loss. No one likes my candy." "Tempt you? Whatever do you mean, little Coral?"
Are there like little weird bugs in here? Do we have
Oh, like
fireflies? Do we
from
have
outside?
butterflies?
No, they are staying out of here.
I don't like that.
Don't
I
like that at
wanna-
all.
Can I get a better look at what's in these glass cabinets? Specifically, I'm engaging my magic eye.
Okay.
Mm.
I want to see is any part of this illusion? Is any part of this magic? Is any part of this objects that we have seen in previous rooms where there have been small objects?
Good question. Good question. You're looking at a lot of the knickknacks,
Mhm.
and they're like little figurines of people, like all kinds of people.
Yep.
So little
Oh,
carvings.
shit.
And
Do
what?
any of them look like the statues from the other room?
It's kind of hard to say. They're kind of effigies, you
They
know.
do. They absolutely do.
I mean, who can say?
Me,
But what you
you can.
two
It's
things
your
you
job.
notice. Two things you notice with your magic eye. One is that delicately, a little gossamer strand seems to run from each of these figurines to the weaving wheel. And only you can see this with your magic eye.
Magic eye.
But when you get a look at Granny, you see her actual form. She is wearing a red silken robe, and she doesn't just have like bony fingers. She is a skeleton. And when she looks at you, she looks at you with a toothy skull grin, but her skull is actually two conjoined skulls with an overlapping third eye. And she says, "Something wrong, dear?" But imagine the skeleton is saying that to you.
I am just noticing how beautiful all of your eyes are.
"Oh, thank you, dear."
Okay.
Granny. And Sonnet's going to come and she's going to sit down, like sort of very gently fold down into a sitting position next to grandmother.
It's like origami when you sit down.
Yeah. She says, "Grandmother, I wonder, if you could tell me, what are you making?
She says, "Well, I'm making you all a tapestry. Look."
Oh
And she shows it to you, and you can see like figures depicting each of you. You see tag along on your shoulder. You see the pool, and you see Angus being blasted back. You see a mule wearing a cowboy hat.
Of course, important.
Of course. Okay. Cool.
I want to soul gaze into Grandma's eyes.
Is this an ability, or is this just something you want to do?
Oh, both. So Dardenkrantz looks at Grandma, and her eyes turn pure black, and she peers into the two eyes that she can see currently of Grandma, and I have to roll.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay. I'm
don't know
imagining
where-
as you look at her, you are perceiving her true form as well.
Yeah, that probably would make sense. And then depending on what I roll, and I got a 12. Okay, good. Okay. So
Success.
basically if I rolled poorly, she would, number one, resist my ability to know things about her, and she would also read my mind. Just
All
avoided
she'd
that
see
one.
in there is Big Jewel.
Yeah, just
yeah,
ringing.
just like big
She'd be like,
Jewel.
big
Yeah,
Jewel.
chaos
I got
emerald
it.
in there.
I like giving
So-
the fine print after the fact as well.
Yeah. So I learn her ideal and her flaw, and I also
Oh.
learn the worst and best thing that she's ever done.
Okay. Boy, these are big
Dang.
questions.
Wow.
Dardenkrantz.
Dardenkrantz.
Darn,
she-
Dardenkrantz.
She has the ability to collect the information, and she does not have the ability to interpret it.
So I'll ask you this, and if you're happy answering it, that's fine. And if you don't want
Yeah.
to, that's fine too.
Mhm.
How long has Dardenkrantz existed?
Like as Big Jewel or as Dardenkrantz?
How
I would say Dardenkrantz is like, I don't know, like she's been around like a couple hundred years. Like,
Okay.
She's
for a
she's
while?
old, but not like
Yeah,
you know, time immemorial.
you get the sense. I mean, most of the people that you are friends with, you kind of have like a vampire thing going on because you know everyone else, their life burns so quickly.
Mhm.
Like you've got Lobiz in the group who is
Mhm.
like has been around for eternity, and you're like, wow, yeah,
Constant reminder of how mortal humanity is.
yeah. But you looking into Grandma's eyes, you feel like your time on this earth just pales in comparison.
Okay.
The ideal that she has is to share the wisdom that she can with the poor little deers. You hear that phrase in your mind, the poor little deers.
Okay.
And when you hear that, you see like it's like the shot I'm imagining is the Avatar shot of all of the avatars throughout history, all of humanity stretching out, the poor little deers. She just wants to help where she can. Her flaw is that she is bound by fate just like everything else.
Mm,
Okay.
The tapestry will be whatever it is. She can't change it.
Okay.
sorry. Didn't mute myself in time.
What's the worst thing she's ever done?
I think, I mean, you're imagining like all these tragedies, like as you look around, maybe you're seeing tapestries that are like piled up, showing like catastrophes, disasters, horrible events in history, and she's woven them all.
And the best
Oh.
thing would be the opposite of that.
Yeah. She has like a kind of Dr. Manhattan thing going on. She's like, I can't change
Oh.
this.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So she's the fates. She's the fates. Cool.
That's what you see, Dardenkrantz.
Okay.
What do you do with that information?
So Dardenkrantz takes a few steps back and points to the old woman and says, "I don't like her."
Oh dear.
Ugh.
By the way,
Uh,
I don't know if this is for anybody else. I see Sean frozen in time.
Yes, I
Oh,
also
yeah.
see
in,
this.
in a meditative.
I really thought like you were like painting the visual picture. Like
I
okay.
know.
Okay, are you able to hear me right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
hear
I'm
you.
I'm 100%. Zoom is just totally frozen for me. So
I
I've
love.
been,
No.
It's
I've been
so-
quietly trying to solve it, being like everything's totally fine,
You
not
know-
knowing that my face
I
is frozen.
the frame
Well,
it's
you're-
stuck on is
The
so good.
It's so good though.
It's
I
perfect.
can see it. That's all I can see.
If you need
So
to leave
I'm
and
going
come
to-
back, you
I
can.
don't know.
If you need to leave and come
I
back,
think I have to.
yeah, that's fine.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Chill stream, everybody.
Yeah.
Just a chill stream.
Just a chill stream. I sneezed live on. You all heard it, so yeah, it's fine.
What a delight.
how dare you
I
sneeze
know.
on this stream?
Hold it in.
That is not the stream we were talking about.
So unprofessional.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Dardencrans is so stupid. I didn't realize like how useless all her abilities would become because she does not have the ability.
Well,
To
no
to
one's
know
gotten
what they
hurt yet.
mean.
They're so good. She has like she's like a dumb version. I say this in a good way because I like the
Yeah.
character. She's like a dumb
Uh-huh.
version of the Iron Giant. She's this
Sure.
powerful weapon, but just doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
She's just like, I don't know.
Usually when someone leaves the call, they drop out. But we still
They leave the
have.
call.
Yeah.
We still have.
Yeah, that's
This is very
that's weird.
strange.
This is creepy.
It might be his Zoom is truly not responding right now.
I
Yeah.
would assume.
Yeah.
So
Or
my
it could be. He's a ghost.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh
Zoom
no. He's
ghost.
sissy.
Ooh, that would be a great, like horror story of the
There it
pandemic
goes.
times.
Oh, there he goes.
Someone becomes a ghost trapped in a Zoom call.
That is.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's my version of hell.
Absolutely.
It's very true. I spend too much time on calls.
Mm-hmm.
Not fun ones like this, but business
Aw.
calls. Oh, look at. I'm the only one that's good in the overlay. All right, I mean,
Who
look
knows
at.
who we are now?
Cat is
Round
Sean
robin.
now.
I'm a
Oh,
dude.
perfect.
And the suit is Cat, and Kenny is still kind of Kenny.
Enjoy it.
Sorry, everyone. Welcome to the internet.
This
Welcome
is
to Chill
how it
Stream.
Chill
works.
streams.
I don't even know, like if you're doing like a big stream like this, what happened? Like a big 600 plus. Do you just go to a technical difficulty screen?
I mean, I feel like you just go into hiding.
I gotta go. I can't be on the
It's
internet
over.
anymore.
Well, we can just play improv games,
Okay.
Oh my.
Uh,
That's why I'm sitting over here.
Or we can play the new game that I made up recently.
what's the
It's
new
called
game?
It's called Kaiju Wedding, and I'm gonna name 2 kaiju, and you gotta plan their wedding.
Oh, perfect.
Kat, I've already fully demonstrated that I'm horrible at this game.
Well, I can name 2 kaiju
Let's do it.
and to somebody else. All right, who wants to go first?
I can do it.
Okay. Your 2 kaiju are going to be. I only have a very limited list on my mind. I've used them all, but
That's fine.
Mecha
won't tell.
Godzilla and Mothra.
Oh, well,
Mm.
okay.
What's
Well,
their
first
wedding
off,
like?
I need to know what their personalities are like. I mean, Mothra's kind of like the benevolent, kind, gentle. Mechagodzilla is the bridezilla, I think, is the one who
I
is-
mean, the
It's in the
name in
name.
itself.
Yeah, I know, right? So I think it's gonna be very high strung. I don't think it actually ever happens. I think it ends up dissolving before the wedding gets there. Like they spend tons of money and deposits on wedding planning and everything,
Hey!
Good
Yeah.
and then
lord.
it's over. Oh, look, and you popped right back in exactly.
And we pop back
Perfect.
in.
Yeah. Yeah,
Perfect.
my friend Ben is watching, and he was, "Hey Ben, what's up?" And he's been sending me screen caps of how much I just messed up the stream.
Oh, it's fine.
That's fine.
It happens
Fine.
frequently. We were just
So-
planning Kaiju's weddings.
Yeah.
What
But
weddings would look like. Yeah.
Kaiju
Yeah,
weddings?
yeah.
Yeah,
Kaiju wedding.
we just played a fun game.
Fun game.
Kaiju Wedding is a pretty good name for an indie RPG.
It is.
It
a
is.
Dames and Dragons original. TM.
TM.
Oh my God. Well, sorry, I've already got the note in my phone. so-
It's something that I watched. I watched King Kong versus Godzilla. I fell asleep halfway through. I woke up and was like, Why do they gotta fight? They gotta be married. Why can't they get married instead?
Yeah, King Kong
Yeah.
got bigger and everything, so the relationship would work. Like it seems
Oh yeah.
seems rude, frankly,
Mm.
to not even
Seems
consider it.
I mean, that the movie in the beginning of the movie, which is the only part I saw, they talked so much about them being natural rivals, and I was like, but
Why?
rivals to lovers.
Exactly. We
together.
know this
Opposites
works.
I love the idea that they're like, one's a lizard, one's a monkey, natural rivals. We've all seen
All of-
Discovery Channel.
We all know how it goes.
The ancient writings say that if they see each other, they're gonna fight.
Monkey
what
v
if?
lizard.
But what
But what
if?
if they
Love
kiss?
it.
All right.
And that's the
Okay.
question. Let's ride into
Now.
eternity.
Now we've got creepy grandma
Mhm.
Yes.
and all of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
What if we
We-
kiss?
We kissed
Marriage.
all.
Angus lifts up his nose and starts moving it towards the
Correct.
granny.
Okay, so Darnacrantz just had this weird vision. I think
Yeah.
she's gonna just like blurt out and yell, "What do you want to tell us?"
Then Angus, his hammer comes up so fast.
We're all on alert now.
And she looks at you and she says, I only have one thing to offer. And she draws out a thread and she says, the thread of your fate.
What do we?
No,
She
thank
says,
you.
she says to you, Darnkrantz, would you take it?
I'm not good at riddles.
There's
Wait,
no
wait.
riddle here.
What do we do with our thread? Is it what happens if we take it?
She says, you will see your fate.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, Darnacrantz takes it.
You take it? Okay.
Mhm.
So I will have you roll the die, please.
Oh God, Darnacrantz dies immediately. I got an 11. That technically passes, right?
Yeah.
That is a success. So what happens is you're seeing like a version of what could happen. Like if you are successful, if you
Ooh.
continue on, if you
Mm.
become truly legendary.
Ron goes to heaven.
Yes, success. And what this allows you to do is you can unlock an additional ability from your character sheet.
Ooh,
Like you're jumping ahead from where you would have been.
cool. Does it have to be in line with what I've previously chosen?
Well, we haven't really been doing that, so
Sure.
I'm going to say no.
But it's not legendary.
Not non-legendary.
Okay.
If you roll that 20, though,
Then it would be okay. That makes sense. That makes
So wait. So just to recap what happens, Darnacrantz grabbed the string of fate
yeah,
and it unlocked an ability.
yeah.
Okay.
Because they rolled
From,
well.
from what all you saw, she grabs it, and it's like the zoom in on the face, like rushing through time,
Mhm.
and then back in the present moment.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna take the thread as well.
I was
Yeah.
like, I'm
There
like,
you go, dear.
I think when Darnacrantz kind of comes back to herself, she says, "That's a good thread."
Top 10 threads, easy.
oh, I kind of want to grab it.
Yeah,
Go for it.
kidding me? Of course.
All right. I
You
look.
do it, Coral?
I look around. I'm like, I'm breaking like my cardinal rule. I'm gonna grab it.
I'm gonna eat it.
I'm gonna do it. All right. I have to roll.
Yep.
Oh gosh,
You
I'm
do.
rolling. Okay.
Roll good.
How about a 13?
That's a success.
Yeah.
You're looking for 11 plus at least.
Okay.
So you also see a future version of yourself as you could be, and some power that you learn in the future, but now you have it.
Oh, okay. Well, you get a vision of Coral. Coral. She sees herself shiny, much like Darnacrantz. And shiny and perfect and glistening.
Riding into the future, shiny and chrome.
And like going about and like, yes. Yeah. Going about and
Witness me.
healing. Okay. All right. So I get to pick an ability then.
You do. And while that's going on, Angus, it sounds like
Oh, yeah,
you're
I'm taking one too.
intrigued. Okay, let's
Kidding
get a
me?
roll. Here you are.
I'm like, Lobe, Sonnet, you gotta get some of this thread. 15.
Okay, success.
Oh.
You
All
too
right.
see a future possibility, and can unlock another ability. I mean, this is great, everybody. Just get some of these threads.
Yeah, come on, this thread's great.
I wonder if Garden Krantz should gain the ability to forgive. That is one of
Which
our
is an ability,
options.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one
Oh,
of our
the
options.
ability is called forgive.
Yeah.
Maybe she should just, gain some empathy.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Some
would.
perspective, maybe.
Uh-huh.
And
Maybe.
now I'm looking at Smite.
Alternatively,
Yeah.
Lobez, are you intrigued by this offer?
You see, Lobez steps up and rubs his hands together, ready to accept the thread.
Mm-hmm.
In the moment it touches his hands, it ignites in flames, because kindle is you rub your hands together and you cause a flammable object you can see to ignite in flame. And this includes textiles. It's a 0-cost AP spell. He says, Lobez is the master of my own destiny. You can't trick me, skeleton woman. No.
Lobez, no!
You burn the thread.
I burn the
Oh
thread,
my.
1000%.
oh,
Uh-oh.
She her brow froze for a second, and she says, "Who are you, dear?"
I'm Lobez Stupendi, future world's greatest magic user.
She says, "I don't know you."
Oh,
She goes
you-
back to her tapestry, and where you were in it, you're gone.
Oh. Fascinating. This
Well.
is fascinating. Okay.
Lobez, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm
do
cool.
we know Lobez?
Vegas- reaches out a hand and tries to touch Lobez.
Yeah.
And
do we
as you
know
reach
Lobez?
out-
Is that...
You reach out your big leathery hand, and smack him. Yeah,
Okay.
he's still there.
That's
I
all
just
Okay.
had to check.
Still there.
You can't blame me.
Yeah, he's there.
You exist outside of fate. What?
Can Sonnet still get some of that thread, or is that
if I burn that bridge, yeah.
Sonnet doesn't want to take that. She does not want to see her own future.
Mm.
I'll take hers if she doesn't.
I'm saying it's like mechanically, Cat wants the additional ability,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
character-wise, Sonnet does not want to see her own fate.
Mhm.
Same reason Lobez was like,
Yeah, respect.
Burn it.
I could die in a week. I could die in a year. Like, I don't want to know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Could
Sonnet
have
doesn't
died
wanna
in the
know.
past, maybe. It's like
Maybe.
not quite clear.
But I do want to offer the chance to tag along.
Oh.
I want to hold tag along out and see if she wants to take a thread of fate.
So she watched you turn it down. She looks at it, and she's just like, shakes her head.
And Sonnet nods and puts tag along back on her shoulder and says, sometimes it's not good to know what you are going to be.
And she's just nodding vigorously. She's not saying anything at this point.
I'm gonna be awesome, Dark Grace.
So why?
Angus is thinking of like the future that he saw, where he goes back to the Salt Hill in like chainmail that's all one piece. It's not just cobbled together. He gets a
Big.
big houseboat, and he's just like, yeah, no, I need as much of that as possible. I'd love some more.
And she says, "I'm so glad you stopped by."
Grandmother,
Yes, dear.
do you know which way we need to go from here?
She says, "Of course."
Will you tell us?
No.
Why not?
Wait.
Just, you have to make your own way. I will say this, though. Remember the warp and weft. Where one goes, the other must follow. Please tell the girls that.
Oh,
Making a note of that.
I get it.
Seems pretty vague.
Or very clear. I'm not sure.
It's impossible for me to tell at this point.
It's very clear to me.
Then lead the way.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know which way to go. I just
Oh, all right.
I just understood what she meant by girls. And then she
Oh,
points to
oh.
the doll.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. The girl dolls. Like, yeah, I understand that.
Also, and she sort of points back towards the archway with the two women
Mhm.
that were like looking in opposite directions, and also thinking back to Darden Krantz's
sisters.
vision of the sisters that are
Mhm.
broken apart. We thematic thread,
Mhm.
sisters.
Angus barely gets it.
Dardenkrantz points at Coral and is like, "We're both girls."
This is true. Very observant,
Uh-huh.
Dardenkrantz.
So are there any ways out of this room? Are we just chilling with Granny? Or like,
It's a pocket dimension.
Is there a new way, or do we have to go back?
You could look around if you wanted to.
Love to.
Oh.
looked around.
Love.
Does somebody want to give me a roll? Are you exploring? I mean, Granny is just knitting at this point.
Okay.
Okay. I'll look around.
Loves to knit.
Oh God. Who knows what that was? It rolled into the. It's a 14.
14. Okay, so as you're looking about the room here, behind one of these glass
With
shelves,
my magic eye.
you do feel again air passing through a small crevice in the wall. So air is passing from some other chamber through here back the way you came. There's a continuous passage of some kind.
Oh.
Okay. If I peek through that little crack, what do I see?
Um,
It's my magic eye.
So fun to watch Kat become the same kind of combative player that she has to deal with every 2 weeks.
what you see beyond, you just get a little glimpse of it. It's like looking at a spider's web with something caught in it.
Huh.
And it-
Mhm, mhm.
A barely lit chamber beyond.
I don't like spiders.
Well, spiders are also weavers, so thematically appropriate. Smash?
Oh
we
yeah.
smash into this
All
room?
right. I didn't want to presume. And then he just wham.
All right. Granny's knickknack collection is toast.
Oh no, wait! It's behind a cabinet, right? It's like
I'll allow you to move that around.
picks it up. Moves the cabinet.
I like it better when you smash through all of her precious moments dolls.
These things are creepy and weird, anyways.
And then unknowingly you've destroyed like half a civilization.
Look at this one. It's just a kid going like, "Ooh, spooky." I don't like it.
Oh no.
No.
Really? The
Oh,
luck?
oh no.
That's a 9.
Okay.
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 Well, it's like a
It's a
hard
complication.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
complication.
okay.
That's
Just be
partial
nice if I could
success.
roll above a 10.
You got it on the
Yeah,
thread,
today.
which was the big one.
Yes.
Sure, you got
Yes.
a D20.
This is a D4.
And you rolled an 8. That's impressive.
I only asked because that has literally happened on our podcast before. It's like I'm rolling so bad. This is D12.
Oh no. Fate really does have your number at that point.
Uh-huh.
You do smash through to the other side, and a mist rolls in to Granny's little hut, and you hear someone far away cackle
Far away this way or far away that way?
ahead.
Oh,
So,
Turn.
going back to what I was saying at the beginning of this room, what rhymes with creepy old woman?
Another creepy old woman.
yeah.
and-
Well,
Coral, you say that, and you look back at Grandma. She's gone.
What?
Oh,
The
Right.
knickknacks are gone. It's an empty
the
chamber.
knickknacks are gone too. Oh boy.
that
Beepy
makes sense.
cold bullpen.
Is Lobez still here?
What's that?
Is Lobez still here?
Yeah, he is
Okay,
still
okay.
here.
Okay,
thank
okay,
goodness.
okay, okay,
I'm worried.
I
I'm worried about
was
Lobez.
standing behind the stalagmite. Sorry.
You
Like-
step out.
Where do you go?
Granny took him.
I wanted to ask Lobiz. I feel like we haven't given you enough time to
Sure.
to do your thing. So this wall has broken, And what you see beyond is a tall corridor that extends in both directions. You can peek your head out. And at first blush, it seems to be filled with delicate webs that are holding up like cocooned bodies.
Oh, jeez.
But a few more moments of observation reveals these are not webs, they are ropes. And they're not bodies that are being held up, but puppets.
Nah.
This is the
No.
pathway to heaven?
So this is quite a bit. I think I might have to burn through these ropes to get us through here. Who knows what'll come out? So peanut butter, this is Peanut. This is to you. Be on your guard. And then because it's like almost a web of like just ropes blocking our path. I set them aflame.
Imagine that crisscrossing everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And Sonnet's gonna take a big step back from this fire that's about to happen.
Why do I call you Slow Biz?
That's when he evolves.
yes. Before
Low
Lopez
Biz Lupendi. Yeah,
does that, I'm like, no, I gotta protect you. If you're gonna do this, I'm gonna help you first. You know, last time that root got you, and I'm really afraid of your old bones. So. Yeah, Coral reaches into like her knapsack that she has and brings out like this jar of what looks like jelly, opens it up, and then puts her hands into it and then starts to like wipe it onto Lobiz. And as you're watching it slowly
So gross.
slowly starts to calcify. So I'm spending 1 AP and I touch a creature within range, causing its surface to swell and harden. That's not a great.
So I'm Jelly Man now.
During this time, they feel numb to external pain. Their hardened shell absorbs up to 2 HP from physical hits. Any damage dealt in excess of 2 HP hits the creature normally. The creature's skin returns to normal after 1 minute. So you're
That
literally
sounds dreadful.
That is
I was gonna say, I really don't want to hear descriptions of old men swelling and hardening.
his leathery skin.
That's a different kind of live stream.
I
Sorry.
was gonna say that's a great move. In my head, it's like, oh, now Lobiz, you're numb to pain, and Lobiz is like, I can't tell if anything happened.
Sorry, my
All right. You're
Yeah,
protected for 1 minute.
So you endure this transformational process, and
not
your
bad.
your leather is no longer supple. It is rigid. You have a network of defense around your very flesh.
all the loose skin talks up real fast.
It's like somebody turns a crank on your back.
you look 25.
Yeah, and then I'll sort of like kind of move forward if I'm like burning it through. Especially with this Casagon. All right, it must be on the other side then. And
Okay.
just sort of move my way in. Yeah.
The threads start burning,
Mhm.
and you can imagine almost like a wick burning. It'll like climb up the ropes, and as it burns, some of the puppets fall limply down. And when they do, you hear a disembodied cackle whenever the puppets hit the ground, and they start burning.
Mhm.
It has the
Okay.
quality of like a burning like voice box in a toy. Like they're still cackling, and you can hear it like that voice start to fray and crackle out. So you have a long corridor extending in both directions. So imagine going out the secret door, and you can go left or right. It's a big, tall corridor, and much like these threads crisscross below, there are wooden beams crisscrossing above, and you can see something moving up there. But now this fire is like extending outward.
Are those also on fire now?
I'm not imagining. I'm imagining this rope burning and maybe like little flames, but it's not like a big fire just surging through everything.
If it helps, Kindle like truly, if I was to hurt something, would do 1 damage to it. Like it's a very weak sort of
Sure.
fire.
Which is why you can do it on demand.
I can do it for 0. Yeah,
Right.
that's why.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Did you say that the puppets looked like anything or anyone in particular?
I didn't get a good look before we started incinerating them.
Okay. They better not
Cool,
look
cool,
like
cool.
us.
But there's something moving above.
Mhm.
Yes.
Go move fast, move fast, move fast, move fast.
Cool.
I'm gonna pull a sling.
So
Right or left while we're keeping an eye on where we're moving.
Is there any difference when we look right and left?
Good question.
Oh.
Yes.
I just realized, because I want to get a little better look at what's going on above us.
Yes.
I can cast. This is gonna be one of those words where I know what it means, and I've read it many times.
Never had to
And
say it.
I've never had to say it out loud. Scintillate?
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Scintillate?
Nailed it.
Scintillate? Scintillate? Okay.
Sin.
Sin.
You got it.
Sin. Okay. Scintillate. So I'm going to extend my fingers upward and outward, and a streaking bolt of sparks shoots towards the target I can see. But I'm not trying to hit it. I can just turn that bolt into a harmless firework that explodes in the air.
Okay.
So I want that
Ooh.
above the rafters so that we can see what's up there.
You're trying to
Flare?
illuminate.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
a flare. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, magic
Perfect.
flare.
Perfect. I'm imagining this like cartoon animated firework zipping up, and like a pow appears in the air.
Oh yeah, it really does kind of look like a paper craft firework
Yeah.
as it goes off.
Oh.
It lights up, and for a moment, you see a bulbous, hairy spider's body with a pale man's face,
Oh,
and it grins
Okay.
before skittering away.
Nope. Left. I don't care. No, wait. We saw.
Which way did it
yeah,
go? Which way did it skitter?
The opposite direction of that.
So it skittered to the right.
Oh, that's correct.
Right.
All right. Lopez turns to the left and starts immediately like walking with purpose that way.
Just
hey,
heading out.
everybody!
Yeah.
I figured out what rhymes with creepy old woman. Creepy old man.
Okay.
Put that to rest. Now let's move forward and not look back.
Yes.
So if we're going to the left, what are we going towards?
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you peel off to the left, you are seeing that you have, again, two choices before you. It
Uh-oh.
ends in a T. You can go right or left. To the left is an ornate wooden door, a double set of doors with big pull rings. To the right, you have stairs going down into darkness, and you can feel cool air from down there.
Doors?
Hmm.
Down. I don't like down.
Yeah,
Down
but
is.
do you feel a breeze coming from there? That might be promising.
Yeah. So before
You all look
we
down
move-
there, you feel like cold air, and you hear the audio.
Yeah.
A nice breeze on the wind. Yeah.
I can't
All
help
right,
but
so-
feel that we should go back to the pool with the butterflies. I feel like we missed something back there.
Before we move on from this spot, I am going to cast. I'm going to use one action point to cast a little bird. So I summon an illusory bird to keep watch over an area.
Oh.
So I want to set a little bird to keep watch for that creepy old man spider.
Nice.
Whichever way we
Smart,
go,
smart.
I want to know if he follows us.
Yeah.
Great.
Smart.
Little paper craft bird.
Yep, it's a little origami crane
Yeah.
I'm
that just sort of like unfolds itself from the center of her hand and goes and perches up in the rafters.
Cool.
That's great.
I'm afraid to sense anything right now. Like, I'm like, if I go ahead and like put my gills out, I feel like it's just gonna be, yeah, there's lots of dead things everywhere. It's death all around you.
Does Sonnet's like magic vision give any hints to which way we should go?
It definitely
I spy
would.
with my magic eye.
It definitely would if it were still ongoing.
Oh.
Oh.
The hour has ended. Nice.
Aha!
Well, you know what? You know what, Kenny? We're just
Recast.
gonna spend another one of those action points.
Damn you.
Your action economy.
You gave us 3 additional action points, and
This
I'm
is-
gonna use them.
Curse you.
Yes. So, my magic eye back on. And actually, I'm gonna say my magic eye appears as like a drawn eye in the center of my forehead.
Ooh. I like that.
Mhm.
I mean, there's definitely, man, this is tough. So down the stairs, you are seeing another radiant light like you saw from the gateway before.
Mhm.
Through the door, though, you see almost like a 3D modeling outline of like a 3D object, and you can see an open book and a pen sitting next to it through the door.
Hmm.
Ooh, I want
That's on
Book and
brand.
pen, but well, I am going to, in the spirit of fairness, I'm going to tell you all. I want to go through the door, but that is due to a personal bias for things like books and pens. However, down the stairs, there's a brilliant light, which is rather, more inviting, I think. However, I'm still gonna say book and pen. Love it.
It's so hard to decide.
I know.
If I were a gateway to heaven,
And pen. Book and pen.
which would I be? A portal of light or a book and pen?
Book and pen.
I'm inclined to go down the stairs, but that's because of a personal bias for not wanting to be eaten by a man spider.
We
that's
don't
fair.
know that the man spider has anything to do with the book and the pen.
Look down the
We hear
hallway.
that.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
that
is.
sounds
Yes,
like a
yes.
creepy laugh saying, I'm not gonna do anything with the book and pen.
All right. Down we go.
Down? Down.
Yep.
On the way back. We'll
Down.
come back on the way back. We'll
Yeah.
stop by.
We'll stop off.
Yeah.
All right,
heading-
Sonnet
heading
gives
down the
a
stairs?
longing look towards the book and pen, but she's a team player.
That's right. Let it not be forgotten. With every step down the stairs, it gets colder and colder. You can see your breath hanging on the air. For you, Sonnet, it's getting brighter and brighter as you descend.
And you also notice there's no breath because Sonnet doesn't breathe.
That's very true.
Mhm.
And eventually it opens up into a circular mausoleum. The walls are lined with skulls, like the catacombs in Paris. And there are 7 sarcophagi radially splayed out from the center. There are unlit torches on the walls. And in the center of the room, there is a towering statue on a pedestal. The statue itself is covered in a black veil, but its hands are out, like the veil drapes over them. And there are chains running from the hands to each of the sarcophagi. And there's a black iron ring on each of the chains.
Book and pen are looking pretty good now.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. Do we remember, like, before we traveled here, like, if we got any information about the layout of this place? like you'll know when you're getting close to the heaven's hole. Oh my god.
It's all.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
I think if you want to, I'm perfectly happy to do roles to
Yeah.
basically see what do I know about the history of
Yeah.
what's going on
Yeah,
here.
I want to know about the history because I don't know.
Lore.
Exactly.
I rolled a 16.
Very nice.
Damn.
Okay, so I kind of want to collaborate on this.
Okay.
I'll give you a little detail, and you tell me a little detail about the world. You knew already that the keepers always appear in pairs. Something extra that you know about the keepers is that they are like facsimiles of humans. They're like people, but unlike people. They're trying to seem like humans.
Never seen anything like that before.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, seriously. You have a metal woman and a paper woman on the team. But yeah, when you're looking around and you're seeing these sarcophagi, they have draped over them tapestries, but you can see the outline underneath. These are like Egyptian anthropomorphic sarcophagi. They are
Oh.
sculpted as people
Okay.
underneath. You strongly believe that you're in the presence of a keeper down here.
A keeper?
Single one?
Singular?
So we know the sisters are a pair. There's a keeper that is not. Oh,
There's
keeper
only
what?
7 sarcophagus.
That's right.
So we're missing. What can we I spy with my little eye some tapestries.
Yes.
Tell me what's up.
Yes.
I look with my magic eye.
For sure. So let me get to that in just a second. I just wanted to ask real quick for Coral. Did you want to add anything to the lore there, or did you have any like clarifying?
No, I mean it's just like we know that this is another keeper is here. I mean that's good enough for me. If we want to, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yes. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Do we know what happens if a keeper gets uncoupled?
Ooh.
Like,
is there any lore about that? Can I roll?
I think instead of roll, I just want to have like again, you're having a Scooby-Doo moment, like looking to this, and you're talking about the situation. I kind of want you to share what you've heard about when keepers become uncoupled. So these are rumors that may or may not be true.
Oh.
So you're like whispering with each other. What happens then? I heard this.
Yeah.
I've read when two become one, the one becomes warped, and that which was human can no longer be.
They merged.
I don't like it here. I want to go back to the book and the pen.
You feel a little tug on your drawn hair, and you hear a voice, "Sissy, I'm scared."
Oh, okay. We made a bad choice then. We're in a warped keeper's room. Keepers can merge.
No. Wait, but I mean, if this place thus far has been any indication, there's probably an identical chamber where the Spider-Man went. That's Spider-Man, not Spider-Man.
Not copyright infringing.
Yeah, no. Disney, please don't.
There's a Spider-Man.
So this is probably just one of two chambers, right?
I've heard of keepers before.
Anything else? Dog and Creds?
They always come in pairs.
All right, there we go. Filling in the blanks.
Can I see if there's like another exit out of this room? Is there another archway, or is this like an enclosed space?
So quickly looking around, this looks to be enclosed. You can tell though, Lobiz, the far wall like shifts in and out of focus, and you can see it's like when you were arriving at the temple with reality kind of coming apart. You can see the star stuff behind, like just beyond the wall. It feels so thin, the boundary here between reality and beyond.
I want to just cast a magic strike. I'm gonna hold up my staff and just shoot off like a magic strike at it. I'll have to. I'm gonna make an attack roll on it, so I don't use it. You know what? I got AP to burn. I'm gonna use 2. It's gonna do 4 damage on this wall. It's gonna automatically hit.
Nice.
Yeah.
What does Lobiz's magic strike look like?
I think it's so boring. It's like nothing. Like there's no flair. He just like takes up his staff, and it's like just like a really fast bolt that just like shoots out. Like no pizzazz. It's just very direct.
Like throwing a rock.
Yeah,
yeah, essentially.
Lobiz is like the default wizard skin.
Yes.
Well, you fire it out, and it scatters off the wall, and you can see your strike echoing beyond. All of you can see for a moment, like you're seeing behind the tapestry, like you're seeing the mess that's just behind what's done up. And Lobiz, what you're gathering from what you're seeing here, there's physical reality there, but this area is so tightly connected to the beyond. It's so tightly connected to where you're trying to get Ron McRanch.
Oh.
So we are like none of us have gone in yet.
No, I'm still seeing Scooby-Doo action.
Yeah, at the bottom of the staircase.
Yeah, until someone says or does something otherwise.
I do have an ability where I can like feel a creature's desires.
Oh.
Okay.
But I do have to touch the creature for that.
Oh
Okay.
no, the cardinal
So-
Garden Krantz,
rule.
do you want to be invisible?
I don't know if it matters if I'm invisible.
I'm invisible. Clank, clank.
I mean, you know what? Right on the character sheet, it does say that she moves with clinky stomps. So
That's really funny to me personally. You all do whatever you want, but that's a funny image to me.
all right. Well, I mean, I'll be invisible, I guess, if that gives me an edge. So to
I mean,
speak.
Depends. It does cost me three points. So if you guys don't think it would help, let's say
I don't think it's gonna help for 3 points. But without just like saying anything, Dardenkrantz starts to like crouch and sneak into the room.
Okay. Oh, I'm so
Clink,
nervous.
clink, 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 clink.
Okay, you make your way in. You can imagine it's sort of like a Peter Jackson-esque shot as you creep in. There's like a zoom in on the veiled statue, and then once
Yeah.
again you hear the. There's an
And clink,
unmotivated
clink,
wind.
clink, clink,
Yeah.
clink,
But there's no reaction from the room itself.
Okay. Well, Dardenkrantz wants to touch the statue, I guess, and
The
try
central
and
statue?
get an impression of, is this a creature? What does it want? There
Okay.
is fine print to this ability. I'll just let you know what it is later.
Okay, that sounds good. As it turns out, this is a statue. It is just a statue. Sonnet can help you here, though, because she sees the magic that radiance is from the ring of sarcophagi, not from the central statue.
Okay.
Oh.
So the sarcophagi, they're magic. Can we? Okay, I'm gonna follow Dardenkrantz into the room because
Yes.
we've proved that we can walk in. That was very.
And then it
creepy
opens up
and-
beneath you.
No, but I
And
want
I
to take a
say,
look at.
Sonnet, be quiet.
I'm invisible.
No, but I want to get all up in those tapestries. I want to take a look at what's on them.
Okay, cool. So what you see, I'm just going to go around and say what these different death shrouds depict on them.
Okay.
You see a fat golden carp sitting on a throne.
Harp?
Carp.
A carp.
Okay.
Okay.
7 daggers and 7 droplets of blood. That's one shroud. A river of water and a river of fire. A comet flying over a frozen forest. A flying machine. A map of an unknown continent. And a shield bearing the emblem of a scorpion. And I can give those again as needed.
Okay, hold on. I'm writing these down because these are also the same tapestries that we saw earlier.
Are they?
I remember the comet and the 2 rivers from earlier. So I think that these are all the same. I don't remember the other ones, but the 2 rivers I remember definitely.
Oh. How many statues were you looking at the pool? Remember the pool?
An amount.
But okay. So you said there was golden carp, 7 daggers and 7 droplets of blood, comet over a frozen forest.
Yep.
2 rivers, 1 of fire, 1 of ice, scorpion shield, and what else?
A flying machine.
Oh.
And
okay.
a map of an unknown continent.
Okay.
Lil Biz is looking very puzzled, intrigued.
He doesn't want to go in this room. I think like standing from the side, and it's just like trying to figure out like what can I do without actually entering the space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can go into the space.
Yeah.
I don't mind, but I don't know
Play in
what
the
the
space.
Come
Yeah.
play in the space. It's nice in the space. There's a breeze.
What if we burn the shroud?
Burn stuff.
You don't know.
Are we
Uh,
burning them now?
wait.
Okay.
Worked in the last room.
Dardenkrantz wants to try unraveling one of the tapestries.
Can we-
Okay.
That worked
Which
before.
one?
Oh shit.
Which one looks like less pain?
Which one just like calls to Dardenkrantz?
Hmm.
I think.
But wait, before we start unraveling or burning or anything, I do want to also get all up on these chains. There's 7 chains.
Should I try and get an impression from the chains?
Like touch them.
Yeah,
Good job.
I like how you said
that.
Yeah.
This is the good shit of Death Trap Dungeons. All these questions are so innocent on my part, and it's like, well, he asked it like that.
Do we kind of want to poke at the wall that Lobez tried to felt his magic bolt fire through?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, yes.
Okay.
Just gonna hold my hammer out and bonk the wall.
It's like pushing it through mud or quicksand.
Oh.
I'm gonna force it a little bit.
It starts pulling it.
Oh.
No, not that hard. Start pulling it back.
It comes out, and there's like a little thin layer of. I mean, it looks like ink, but you can see glittering light in the ink.
Oh.
I hold it out in front of everybody. We should try and go through that, right?
What?
Put the hat through, put Peanut through.
Oh,
Peanut.
Peanut. No, we can't.
Do
put
we
Peanut
think
through there.
this is the barrier? This is just it?
I grab onto Tagalong and I'm like, tell me your secrets!
Push her up against the wall.
Sissy, help me!
No. Don't scare her.
She knows about the wall!
Yeah.
Tagalong, do you know about the wall?
Says, I don't know about the wall. There's a bad lady here.
Oh,
Okay. Just. I look at Tartan Crayons.
Don't call me bad! Sonnet,
Okay.
it hurt my feelings.
I could just stick my head through.
Oh my god! Don't do that!
Can Dardenkrantz hold you from behind while you stick your head through?
Oh, I just realized that my name changed back to Sean.
I know, I was trying to remember. I was like, I know where there's a T in there.
Angus.
T is the most
Angus.
important.
Angus.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty big. Like, if something would have grabbed me, it'd have to work pretty hard.
Like me.
Yeah, exactly. Let's do it.
Gotta say,
All right.
I don't love this idea, but I'm
Out of
Favors
character.
the bold, and I shove my head.
Out of
Oh,
character.
it's happening.
Yeah, it's like I say, out of character. I haven't got to use any of my healing yet, so I have lots of AP. So let's
Yeah.
go for it.
You know
Try
what?
and heal
All
something.
right. I'm just holding on. I got.
Yeah, I hold my hammer back.
Okay. Protect me, hammer. Let's get a roll, Angus.
Oh, well, I should have saw that coming. But
Get sucked into
This
the
is the
void.
one.
This is the one.
that's a 5.
Oh,
This is the 5.
This is the 5.
Angus.
Bye, Angus.
Angus, please.
You know,
Well,
I'll find a
I'm the
good
one
one.
holding. I'm the one holding on to Angus.
That's
so.
very true.
you're about to
So
get
maybe you
a
should
fancy new
roll.
hammer.
So you press through, and you see, kind of like the same way when you saw Granny's hut, this extra dimensional place. You're in this pocket dimension surrounded by stars, and there is wealth beyond measure in this space. Everything glitters with gold. The biggest jewel you've ever seen
Oh shit!
is in this space. But you yourself are in the vacuum right now.
Oh, like can't
Everything is cold. Everything is silent. Your capillaries start bursting.
I start shaking my hammer behind me.
And I just start yanking. I'm pulling.
You pull him back. His face is covered in blood, and he takes 6 damage.
Nice.
Shit!
I throw myself on top of him. And I'm gonna mend. Angus, no!
My blood. My blood's outside.
I'm gonna put it back in. I'm putting it back in. And my little axolotl hands are just like all over your
Trying to shove the blood back
face.
into my face.
I realize now that your head is the most important part of the body.
That's the first time anyone's ever said that to me.
So I spend 1 to 80, and I'm gently touching a creature, and I'm restoring 5 HP.
Okay, beautiful.
You can hear the little slaps of the fins.
So cute.
Great. That's okay. Perfect.
So I'm gonna do this in like the least creepy way possible. But
Oh boy.
what I'm about to say is gonna be horrifying, and I am gonna just take a little bit of Angus' blood.
Mm,
I'm just gonna like just load a little bit in my pen.
all
Just
right.
don't worry about it.
Okay.
Oh.
Fine by me.
Is this a thing that I mean, you've all been friends for a long time? Is this a normal Sonnet thing, or is this like a new development?
No, this is a normal Sonnet thing.
Yeah.
If she can, she will
will
take
take
some
blood.
blood. She will take blood. She
Okay.
will take blood.
Now I'm like forcing myself out back to my feet, and I just go, "Big Jewel." Big Jewel.
Gardenkrantz jumps to her feet. Fire!
Through the wall. Big Jewel. Don't go. Can't breathe. But Big Jewel. Like.
Ugh. I just look at, I was about to call him Ron Funches. I look at Ron McRanch's hat.
What would
and
Ron do?
I just think, I'm not going to go through the wall. It's not what Ron would want.
Oh wow,
Oh.
this
Not
is
what
some
Ron would want.
this is some character development right now.
I know.
Book
Ron reached out and touched us all and made us all better.
He was my stepdad that I adopted.
He was my...
You're my stepdad now.
Please take care of me.
I need a ride to the grocery store.
Got soccer at 5. Be there.
Peanut stomps
Okay.
a hoof and like hangs his head. It like very somber.
Oh.
I
Now-
mean,
Book and
this feels like heaven.
It did have Big
No.
Jewel.
So was the problem with the void that you couldn't breathe?
Hmm And all the blood came out of my face.
Mm.
I put it
I
back.
remember
though.
that.
Now
Oh,
I
boy.
don't think there's I really do not believe this idea that we need to go to the big treasure room. It feels like a trap. But I don't have blood and I don't breathe.
Mm.
Whoa.
We still have some of that magic rope, right? Magic thread still left over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well
do.
let's Sonnet, come over here, and I like tie like a little loop around
oh my
them,
God.
and it says, "All right, we're all going to pull. You give us 3 tugs, and we'll get you right out of there."
All right. Okay. This feels like a very bad idea.
Be safe, Sonnet. You're the only reason I understand this world.
I'm not sure I know how to heal you, but okay.
Okay. All
What's
right.
the worst that
This
could
feels
happen?
like
Come on.
This feels like a terrible idea, but I'm
Go
gonna
do it. Do it.
Okay.
Here.
So do I gotta roll? Am I rolling?
In this case, I'm gonna say no because I feel like the danger I set up is the void, which I think canonically doesn't pose a threat to you.
Yeah.
April, baby.
Sonic says no.
Yeah.
This is good problem solving. What I'm gonna say is that you pull out a treasure for each member of the party.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yes.
Are we-
Having no blood or breath wins again.
Oh yes, no blood gang.
Rise up.
I envy your no blood.
It's no wonder Coral gravitated towards this group.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Okay.
Coral, it's not that I don't have blood. It's just that I don't have my own blood.
It's not mine. Yeah.
Woo!
Wish you didn't say that.
You're just taking yours.
I have plenty of blood.
I've got plenty of blood. It's just not mine.
Let me run out to my car. I'll go grab some.
Yeah. What do you need?
All
yeah.
right, so
AB,
so I
OB.
come back laden with treasures.
Yes.
Oh.
So I'm gonna have everybody do a D20 roll. We'll do a repeat
Ooh.
roll if we do something we've already had. So
Love
let's
treasure
start
rolls.
with
Penny,
Coral.
if Gardenkrantz doesn't
Coral?
get Big Jewel,
I got
swear to God.
5.
I won. Oh, oh, Gardenkrantz.
A 5 for Coral.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're gonna like this one.
Ooh.
Well,
Maybe.
you Amber will. I
Okay.
don't know that Coral will.
Oh, okay.
It is a magic potion. A vial filled with 1 dose of a viscous liquid that has unpredictable effects. You basically you quaff it, you roll a d20, and you see what happens.
I like it.
I know you like it.
I don't know if Coral will do it because it's okay. Yep. Got it.
Okay. Let's go to Dardenkrans.
Yeah, I got a 1.
Ooh. This is a funny item for you to have. This is
description.
And that's it. No.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is Brel's Charismatic Couture.
Charismatic couture.
Yeah. A
Is
magical
it just like hot
shape-shifting
clothes?
magical shape-shifting garments that automatically find a perfect fit for the wearer.
Oh.
With
Pretty
the
tight.
tug of an interior ribbon, these garments can instantly transform to express variations of their design and appearance. So this is the all clothes, which is very funny on this Colossus-style character.
It'll fit. It says it'll fit.
Yeah.
You know what? That's incredible. Yeah, she puts them on.
What does it look like on Dardenkrantz?
Yeah.
I mean, I think like at first you just think like it's disappeared. But then it becomes clear that like it's like a tail and ears. It looks really good.
Oh my god.
That's all that Dardenkrantz needs.
Dardenkrantz was a furry this whole time.
Honestly, I saw it coming. I called it back in season 1.
I mean,
A little bit is just like
the clues were all there.
Uh,
I said in the
And-
Discord 2 years ago. I swear to God.
And Dardenkrantz lifts up her arm and looks at her reflection, and she's like, "I'm beautiful."
Oh my god.
I look at my potion and I go, ugh, and throw it to the ground.
whoa, 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 whoa.
I imagine you do that and it just like is like tink. It doesn't break.
No.
It just bounces off the
And I just like,
Starts bouncing around the room like a crazy ball.
I'll pick it back up though, but I do it
Yeah.
sullenly.
Lopez, what did you get?
I got a natural 20.
Holy
Ooh.
shit.
The only time tonight, you know.
Okay, so what you have is a plain stone box, and this looks like it maybe was carved from the oldest rock on Earth. This is a relic from the days of old when the sisters dwelt within the tapestry.
Ooh.
So to use this, you describe to me a magical item useful to your current situation, and then you break open the sealed box. When you do, you'll roll a die, and we'll see how close that object is to what you described.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Very cool. That's very cool.
Like a magic Christmas present.
Yeah.
What is it? What could it be?
You shake
It's
it.
God's front door key.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I was like, yeah. Teleport us to God.
Okay, Sonnet.
I got an 18.
18. Ooh, I like this one. You got the Multivious map. So you got some parchment, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
This is, importantly, a sentient map of the stars that loves to pontificate about possibility.
Oh.
You spend an AP, and you can ask for help. It suggests the most promising course of action as far as direction goes.
Okay. Oh, that's perfect. I
Yeah.
love that. This map, I am just collecting sentient creatures. I got a doll, I got a map, I got Dardenkrantz.
Yeah, when you pick up the map, it goes, "Hello!"
Oh my god.
Only you can hear that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank God.
Just screaming the whole time.
Where do you want to
Never
go?
thought about how big space is.
It's fucking crazy.
I actually like that direction more for the Multivious map.
I do like that. All right.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay. Ingist.
I got a 6.
A 6.
I'm gonna switch d20s.
Might be
This,
time.
I feel like you, Sean, will like this item a lot.
I bet.
These are the mischievous marbles. So this is a bag of marbles that feels slippery to the touch. Yeah, I'm not saying you like that part. The part you like,
I love slippery things.
One-
Say no more.
one AP. When the bag is open, the marbles spill out. They roll around, seeking out any creature nearby who they might trip. The marbles are especially interested in people who are carrying things, like servers carrying a meal or children holding ice cream cones.
That's pretty sick. All right. I'm just hefting this slippery bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, can I ask, Kenny, are you making up these treasures, or are they from the quest book, or?
That's a good question. Some of them are mine. Most of these are from the book. The book has a great compendium of treasures. It's like 30 pages of just treasures.
They've all been really great so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very, very good.
Yep.
Okay, so we've gotten 2 items here that I feel could be very useful. One is the map. We can just ask it where we need to go.
Yes.
Or 2, what if we just threw down those marbles and see where they went? They're gonna seek out a creature to trip, right?
Yeah, like
Did,
me.
I was gonna say.
Like any of us right here.
Just, we spend the rest of the day just flopping around.
Angus has a peanut on his back. No!
Oh.
Do you think the peanut is susceptible to crushing?
I think that maybe
So
this
one of those
other
answers is easy, and one of them is funny.
or it's also the box.
Did it say they
Yeah.
seek out creatures that like
hold stuff, right?
are not us?
It prioritizes people that would be funny to trip. It
Yes.
sounds
Yes.
like.
Exactly.
Oh,
It looks to trip people, and it especially likes people who would be hilarious to see them fall down.
Mhm.
Well, then Dardenkrantz is fucked. So let's not. do this.
It's like down a
That's
set of
fair.
stairs.
The robot in dog ears or whatever. Like, oh!
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do we want to ask my map which way we should go then?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
So-
That's right.
All right. So first question for the group. This map is sentient. That means it needs a name. What should we name our new map?
Matt.
Ron.
He only
Matt
named
Ron.
Dardenkrantz knows.
Oh gosh, I'm so bad at names.
Dardenkrantz. Darn.
I don't know.
Doug.
Terry? You know? Like terry
It look-
cloth? I don't know.
Have you asked the map what its name is?
It's
What is the
Chechen.
map's name?
I worry that I'll you have to use an action point to do that.
Well, say it's maps. Well, why don't we just call it Quill or something?
Yeah.
Or
Pretty
we can
good.
call it Quest. Map
Quest is good.
Oh, Quest is good. Bob
Oh.
Quest.
Brand reinforcement.
Oh, that's good.
All right. Quest. Where should we go from here?
Go anywhere you want to.
What?
Oh my god. Okay, but what would be like the best way for us to go?
So you're asking at this point most promising course.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For your
please.
current
Yeah.
goals.
Okay. Yes.
It says
Mm.
you're already there, brother.
No. I slapped this map to the ground.
The best place you can be is where you already are.
This is bullshit.
McConaughey.
This is
That
what,
is exactly.
Yeah.
this is when
Ma-
Coral
Matthew
loses her
McConaughey.
shit.
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew.
Oh my god.
Oh,
good.
map you.
This is
All
what I'm
right. Well,
saying.
I'm
Heaven.
gonna roll him up.
Push,
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Box
shove the
time.
hat through the wall.
I mean, you're looking at the map because it is a map of the stars, and
Mhm.
it's sort of like Marauder's map style. It's showing you in this area, and it is
Mhm.
charting a lot of stars in this area.
Is,
Well, that makes
oh.
sense.
So we
So-
seriously put him into the jelly void beyond?
Yeah.
We have to mess with these sarcophagi. I don't like it.
Mm.
I don't want to touch them.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We
right,
have
so
to
we've got seven-
unlock the
7
We have
maps.
puzzle
sarcophagi.
door.
How many are
You ready?
there?
There are seven.
I thought there was 2.
Well,
All right.
Was
I'm
that
just gonna-
was
I'm
that
gonna rip
Noel
one
or Dardenkrantz?
Yeah.
I gotta.
You
I
want to
just.
wrench one open?
I'm gonna
Okay.
stand there ready to whatever magic.
So whichever one that we're going to be, I'm going to say of the ones that we should be opening or the ones we should investigate, 7 daggers, 7 droplets of blood.
Mhm.
There's 7 sarcophagus.
Yeah.
Good call.
7 feels significant.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Wrench.
Yep. All right. Open that. Crack
Wrenching
it.
Yeah. Pop the top off.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm so upset by this.
You go to pop the top, and it adjusts very slightly and depresses a little bit into the stone. You hear a mechanism. The sarcophagus winds back, and it like sits up. So now it's upright facing you.
Oh.
Mhm.
And
Beautiful.
that cloth falls off, and you see this beautiful bronze sarcophagus, perfectly polished, has crossed arms and a woman's mourning face etched into it.
Good
Something
choice.
something winds within it, some
Mhm.
mechanism. There are ports on the side that open, and long spools of yarn stretch out and twist into arms. She has 3 pairs of arms that then cross over the sarcophagus.
So we need to find the second one.
Yeah, was that a good thing? Do we think?
Do we feel good? Do we have good
Feel
feelings?
bad.
Mhm.
As you say that,
Oh,
it speaks.
Okay. Oh boy, boy.
Oh goodness.
I'm not going to try to do her voice because it's like scraping metal trying to sound like a person.
Love it.
Perfect.
And what she says is, "Have the sisters returned?"
Yes.
Oh.
I look at the doll.
And I look at
I also look at
Sonnet.
the doll.
Mhm.
I look at Sonnet.
It's just like, come on, everybody.
We're all looking at each other.
Mhm.
I'll give you a moment to confirm because this sarcophagus is not pressing you further. That question just
Okay.
rings out.
One of them, right?
Oh,
One.
got the doll.
Yeah.
Were we supposed
One.
to?
Yeah.
You got one sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, one
Did we
sister.
need the other? Is the other doll in here somewhere?
Maybe. Let's just say yes.
Let's just say yes. Yeah. Like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Darden
You're
Krantz
like,
is
we're
on
lying
the
to
edge
him.
of grabbing the doll again. She is just like,
And Sonnet is like protecting the doll.
So you say yes, the sisters have come.
Yeah. All of us
Mhm.
go. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, sure,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
She says, "At last, Zerthenda will pay for her crimes.
Oh,
Break
I
open
mean,
the
no,
seals.
sorry.
Begin the end."
Nope. Nope. Nope.
not
Nope.
that.
No,
Oh.
sorry. Oh, the
Oh, I'm-
sisters.
Oh,
Oh no.
I
not
thought you said the sitters. I thought you were saying
Sitters.
sitters.
I thought
She's-
you said shitters. I thought we were
Oh, we're still rhyming now.
Just flipping through a book of rhymes. I thought you said.
Yeah.
On rhymezone.com right
Uh-huh.
now. The face, of course, is completely impassive.
Mhm.
The arms unwind for a second, agitatedly, and then come back together. And she says, "Then has Zerthenda sent you to apologize?"
Zerthenda. Do any of us recognize that name?
I have
Mm.
no idea.
You can definitely roll to
Okay.
see if you know that name.
I don't
I'll
know
roll.
if it's worth Darden.
Yeah, let's
rolling.
Sonnet.
Sonnet got a 19.
Oh.
Hey.
Yeah, so this is one of many names on a registry. This is one of the sacred names of the keepers.
Okay.
So this thing is talking about another keeper, and you
Oh,
strongly
that-
you suspect you are talking to a keeper right now.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That would probably be this keeper's other keeper.
And Sonnet, right now, the light coming off of the sarcophagus is dazzlingly bright.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna say. Is an apology what you require?
And she says, "I will accept nothing less."
Do you know where we can find Zerthenda?
She says, "The spider guards the way."
Sounds good. We'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah,
Spider
so-
time, I guess.
So Kenny,
Yeah.
before we go back up to the spider zone,
Yeah.
TM, spider zone, what has my little bird reported in about the spider
Oh.
zone? Okay.
Perhaps the
Okay.
spider is not gonna mess with us unless we try to get through to Zerthenda.
Cool. Neat.
Maybe
Love
it won't
that.
mess with us at all. Maybe it's a friendly spider man. Maybe it lives in our neighborhood. You could say.
Come on,
Oh
tell
my
me
God.
about one Spider-Man you've met that's friendly in your neighborhood. Just name one.
I don't know. I'm coming up like.
We got that magic box.
That's true.
We do have the magic box.
My
And we also haven't
magic
checked out.
box?
We also haven't checked out Book and Pen.
Mhm.
That's true.
Well, we said it was on the way back. Well, we can pop in on our way.
Let's pop in on Book and Pen, and then we'll go get the other sarcophagus, and then we'll. Bring
I
the
think
other
also
sarcophagus
because
here.
it was a Book and
Ah.
Pen, and I'm suspicious of that. I think someone else should look and see what it is, and see if it's actually a Book and Pen.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, I
Yeah.
guess we head back to
Book and
Spider
Pen.
Zone.
Mhm.
The sarcophagus is completely unmoving as you leave.
Okay,
That's fine.
Yeah, that
good.
makes sense.
Bye-bye.
Good.
See
That's
you
that's
wait
how I
here. We'll
like
be
my
back.
sarcophagi, not moving.
That's the ideal state of a sarcophagus.
Yes.
Okay, so you head back up the stairs. You're now in a hallway that smells more than a little bit like ash and burnt puppets. And you have a set of double doors, wooden doors. And Sonnet, you know this leads to what you saw as the book and the pen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dardencrantz wants to look. How did Sonnet see that? Did you like look through the crack?
Magic eyes.
Magic
oh,
eyes.
so you could just see it
Okay.
through.
Yeah, I got my magic
Okay. Wow.
eye.
What's the worst that could happen?
What's the worst that could happen? Let's go see what Book and Pen is, or certainly a trap that will try and kill us.
So who's going in first?
Just at this point, Coral
I've
is
still
so
got the casing
frustrated.
on, right? Yeah, I'm going first.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Just bust these doors down.
Still looking crispy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you open it and you are in a small antechamber.
Mhm.
It very clearly looks like a holy place. You're in a vestibule. There are wardrobes. There are chests in this room and a door that leads beyond.
Do I see Book and Pen?
No. You still have your magic eye. That's through the next door, you think.
What? Another door.
Next door it is.
I'm just gonna go through the next door.
Yep.
I want Book and
Ignore
Pen.
all this other stuff?
Yep.
No, I'm after Book and Pen. And I feel like Sonnet's getting like a little bit more frantic now as she's pursuing this Book and Pen.
Yep.
So you open the door and you are in a grand cathedral. But you've approached it from the altar. You've approached it
Mhm.
from the central part. So you've crossed through some place where people would be preparing for whatever rituals, whatever services happen here.
Mm-hmm. Is
And
Book
this-
and Pen here?
It is. It sits upon an altar,
Book and Pen.
just as you saw in the pool. Glittering
Okay.
gold, bejeweled.
Mhm.
Oh.
Not the biggest of jewels, certainly.
Dardencrantz is sticking really close to Sonnet. Is this the same thing that Dardencrantz sees?
Yes.
Okay.
You all can see this. And you see it's like a cross between a cathedral and an art museum. There are beautiful art objects everywhere. There are paintings, sculptures, tapestries everywhere. It's classic setup, 2 aisles of pews. There are only 2 people here beside yourself. There are 2 women. This was already done ahead of time, so I don't want to be accused of this. They are 2 cat women. They look like sphinxes, not like the architecture, but like Egyptian hairless sphinxes with tall, pointy ears, and they are bedecked in religious attire and gold and bracelets and necklaces, and they are kneeling in the front pew praying.
So, Dardencrantz, do you see Book and Pen?
I see it. It's right there. It's what we've been waiting for.
Right. Right. I just.
You see those cat women?
I do see the cat women.
I'm with my people.
Well, then. Do I have permission to touch the Book and Pen?
Touch
Yes,
it.
but let's all just be careful because something might happen.
Are the sphinxes reacting to us being there at all?
They continue praying.
Okay. I say, hey!
You shout at them.
Hey,
and
you
they-
praying!
They both open their eyes in sync, like simultaneously. And you see that they have a green eye and a blue eye each.
Yeah.
And they just are like,
They're just staring at you.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
They speak, and they alternate language. It's like they're one body speaking between the two.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, "You have awoken our mistress. Why have you come?"
Is that the woman downstairs?
Yes.
Neat.
One of you, Zathura, Zathenstra? Z name. One of you have a Z name?
They both close their eyes, and they say, "We speak not of her."
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
But they asked why we're here.
I want to look at the book and pen.
Okay.
Time has come.
Yeah.
Were you saying something?
Yeah. I was gonna say, I was like, I accidentally had myself muted, but I was gonna say, but they asked why we're here.
Oh yeah.
Hat!
Well, you know.
Ron!
Ron.
Ron!
On to the other side.
Well, I just don't know that we should maybe like mention it to them because didn't Ron like commit a sin and now we can't go through, so
Oh,
we're kind of like
geez.
sneaking
Yeah, but that's
through.
like the whole purpose of this place, though, is that even if you did commit a sin, like
Yeah.
this is like the loophole in the whole system.
Well,
Is that what you say
Maybe
to
they
them?
do.
Yeah, I think
We're
we're
just
this
having
is
this
in
conversation.
character.
Yeah.
This is in character.
Just out loud, yeah.
We're here for the hat.
Our friend Ron's in that hat.
Trying to get him into heaven. This is like the side door, right?
Right. That's what we were told.
They both like simultaneously look at each other, and there's like a moment where some sort of unspoken conversation is happening,
Mhm.
and they just give a curt nod, and they say,
Okay.
"Go and ask the mistress."
Oh,
They like it.
we didn't even ask the box.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Turn around.
Now can I look at the book and pen?
Just
You
grab
can.
the book and pen. Let's go.
You can.
Careful, don't.
You-
Grab your book.
You look at the page that it is open to. This isn't the library book that you thought it was. This is a holy text,
Mhm.
and the pages that it's open to is about reconciliation. It's about complementarity, and how the warp and weft must be one.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. So I think we got to get the Z name to apologize to the other one.
Mm.
Guess we got to go to the spider. Go deal with Spider-Man.
Coral.
I just want to throw myself into the void.
I swear, after this adventure, we won't come back to any sort of heaven or hell church ever again.
Only mortal things for a while.
Only when I die do I expect you all to come back here.
Oh, is that how it is? Okay.
Shove me
Well,
into heaven.
Angus, I hope that you don't commit a mortal sin upon your death.
Well, you know, day's young.
What would Ron do? Honestly,
Yeah.
Yeah, mortal sin. That's what.
we know
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
Know what Ron would do.
Yeah, I guess we'll go out and then head to the Spider-Man.
Hey, Kenny, out of
Okay.
character. We are getting close to like the 3-hour-ish mark. Do we?
Yep.
Because like Masood has to bounce like in like 3 minutes.
I leave this to the group. Whatever people want to do. If we just want to say it was a fun time, that's completely fine by me.
Well, I mean, Masood has to literally leave in like 3
Yeah.
minutes. So
No,
yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
We can have a fun moment where Lobez walks into a sarcophagus and it's like an Iron Maiden and it closes on him real fast. And then it's like, how does the group survive without him? And
Okay.
catch them
Okay.
off.
Okay.
It'll be a
Okay.
total-
That's what I
it'll
was
be a
going to
good
ask. That's what I was going to
time.
ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lobez can die. That's totally fine. He's lived
Okay.
a good life, you know?
Okay. Good deal.
Well, he did burn his thread of fate. I mean,
That's true.
that's
That's true.
Oh.
That feels pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty, yeah.
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 Just
Okay.
We are going to
unravels
the
as he's
Spider-Man.
walking out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, all right. That works.
All right. Okay. Sounds good.
Well,
Lobez, we'll miss you.
Well, I think
Actually-
that might, actually, this might be my perfect time to make that transition.
Yes.
It's like, yeah. Kenny, what do you think happens?
I think that to retcon a little bit,
Yeah.
I think the thing that makes the most sense is ever since you burnt your own thread, you've been unraveling a little bit, much in the way that outside
Mm,
the environment was starting to unravel.
yeah.
And now it's becoming apparent. and the further you go, the more you unravel. And I'm just imagining like people look back eventually, and there's just a string of thread left behind that burns up. But I think for Lobiz, as far as what happens next, who knows? Like he's removed himself from the tapestry. Like the possibilities are endless.
I think he's going to kill God.
He's on his way.
Elevated.
He found his way.
He has found a way to the beyond.
And then eventually I think you guys just hear, you don't even see or hear him say goodbye. You just hear the box clatter on the ground in the middle of his robes that where he was standing.
Oh my god, you Jedi ghost. All right, well, Masood, I guess we'll let you go. And
yeah, thanks guys.
Yeah.
Thanks
So
for joining
much
us.
fun. I'm
Really
going to
fun
catch
to
the
meet
bot.
you.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Marudeboy. We'll keep in touch. We'll love to see what else is going on.
yeah.
Absolutely.
All right,
Thanks for having me play.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Overlay's gonna go funky right now.
Oh no!
Well, actually, Cat's still cat. You're good.
Am I?
All right.
I'm getting messages from Spelt Lore co-performer Abdulaziz that he's happy to jump in for Masood, though he has zero context because he came 2 hours late. So I don't know what he's expecting. It's me also. Hello. I remember my
I
life
came
up to
from this
point.
box.
I was gonna say, like, I mean, wouldn't it be funny if we like Lobiz just show up, but he's like experienced 10,000 years, and that's
Totally
Abdul.
different person.
Yeah.
Abdul's on deck. He's waiting in the wings if we need him.
Okay. Well.
Well, just a clarifying question too. What is everybody else's opinions, availability? What do you want to do?
I can go for another like 20 minutes.
Okay. So we're looking to wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good for whatever length of time, but if people need to go in 20 minutes, I can chill.
I can make 20 minutes work.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Good with
all
that.
right. Speed run. Spider-Man. 20 minutes.
Just running through the halls. Where are you, Spider-Man?
First of all, Dardenkrantz falls to her knees and screams, "No!"
Oh right, yeah,
I
our
love
friend
this.
just died.
At Lobiz's I don't know, corpse. And
His thread.
she picks up the box and she doesn't even mean to, but just what crystallizes in her mind is she's like, I need like a laser gun to kill this fucking spider. I'm gonna avenge Lobiz if it's the last thing I ever do.
Okay. And then
then
you're
she
shattering the
opens-
box.
Yeah, and then I shatter the box.
All right, give me a roll.
Okay, well, that is an 11.
That's a success. Okay. What happens when you open the box? There's a tiny stuffed doll that looks like Lobiz.
Oh no.
What did you do, Doc?
You killed him.
I don't know. I just just wanted to kill the spider. Does the doll talk?
Do you squeeze it?
You pull the string on the back. It says, "What's the worst that could happen?"
Yeah, I squeeze
It's the worst thing.
I like the pull string. Yeah, you pull it. It says that voice line, and the most boring magic strike you've ever seen shoots out of it.
Oh, it's just as Lobiz would have wanted.
Can we sew him to the other doll?
Maybe we're supposed to trade this doll for the other doll that the Spider-Man has.
Well, only one way to find out. And I guess we're gonna go back to Spider Hallway.
Mhm,
Which one
mhm.
has my bird seen anything?
So, what is the bird? Just gives you like a word of warning, right?
Yeah, bird just warns me if a specific creature entering a room or something like that. So like I told it, hey, give me a heads up if you see Spider-Man.
It's still in the room above, and as you are all walking forward through the hallway, which again to reset the scene, it's mostly burnt, like a carpet of ash in front of you, wooden beams above, cold and misty, and lowering down, you see a tiny like human figurine lowering from the ceiling.
What does it look like?
Get a little bit closer. It is a little rag doll that is missing a hand.
Oh.
Oh.
Dardenkrantz points. More dolls.
Should I just
Grab
Grab
it.
it.
Grab it.
I want to ask Tagalong, is that who you're looking for?
And Tagalong is like jumping off your shoulder now, and is like
No.
doing almost like, imagine a doll being controlled by a marionette, but there are no visible strings. So she's like
Mhm.
jerkily walking down the corridor, and she's
Oh,
saying,
Sonnet's gonna grab her. No, pick
and
her up.
she reaches out with her hand that has the other hand stitch on, and she
Mhm.
says, "Sissy, Sissy."
We will get you your sissy. However, we are not going to get lured in by this spider. So just hang tight, little friend. Okay. 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 Can we see the spider? Is Spider-Man visible?
Yeah.
Is he
you-
visible? Cool.
If you look above,
Oh,
and you
hey.
see like little the legs are like manipulating threads.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
The doll.
I'm gonna
the doll-
cast
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm gonna cast Perky Profanation. Profanation? I don't know if that's how I pronounce it. Anyway, I curse a nearby creature for the next 10 minutes. The curse is lifted as the creature is harmed. Choose one. And this is what I'm going to choose. Laughter. They are doubled over in sustained laughter and cannot move.
Oh, wow. So that cackling that you heard previously is just ringing through this corridor now. It is very unsettling. And the doll
I certainly chose the creepiest option.
the doll, what I was going to narrate there is it's manipulating the doll. The little doll is wielding a knife now. And as you cast this, now it's like just convulsing. And Tagalong, held by you, is screaming "Sissy."
Mm-hmm.
And Dardenkrantz is screaming, "Should I kill the doll?"
I think that was the trap. I think the trap has been sprung. And I just run and try and grab the doll while it's convulsing.
You can do that.
Yeah, snatch. Let's get the hell out of here.
Give me the doll. Give me the doll.
I just throw it.
Okay, I'm gonna catch that doll, and I've got that golden thread. I'm gonna bind the doll's hands together with the golden thread.
Okay. You do so, which binds them together permanently, and it restores them to what they were when they were newly made.
Oh.
So it's like they've just been knitted together, and they both have beaming smiles on their faces. They don't move anymore.
Oh.
But you all get this sense of like that laughter above dies away. And you're getting a sense of peace just washes over you all.
We send them to heaven.
Let's
All
do
right.
this.
Well,
did.
let's go check out the other sarcophagus room,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe this spirit of reconciliation will have spread.
Yes. Yay. Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, off we go, Kenny.
Dardenkrantz did recently learn how to forgive.
Oh, that's very true.
I forgive you.
I forgive you, Lobez, from leaving us.
Screaming at the doll. So are we going back to the room that we were in, or trying to find the other one?
I think find the other one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Gotta
Yeah,
make
now
her
that
Gotta get an
Spider-Man's been dealt
apology.
with.
apologize.
So you head down and you find a completely mirrored staircase leading
Okay.
down.
Okay.
You're getting the same chill air wash over you as you descend further down. And when you get down to that chamber, there's Arya's sarcophagus standing up with its shroud pooled on the ground. You seem to be in the same room you were in before.
But okay. But mirrored or
Okay.
exactly the same setup?
Like the same setup, mirrored like visually, like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
literal,
Yeah.
a literal
Yeah.
mirror.
Sure.
Okay. Hello, are you Zet?
What was her name?
Z-Dog?
Z-Dog?
Zen-
Dog.
Zendikar?
Zambres. Zamboni?
Zamboni. That sounds right.
Zerthinda.
Zerthenda.
That's what it was.
Yes.
You
Hello,
hear-
are
It's
you
Zerthenda, Dardenkrantz says.
Gets it perfect.
Darkhands learned a new name today. It's never going to leave that brain.
It's Ron.
It's stuck.
Dardenkrantz!
A voice like screaming metal says, "Did my sister send you here?"
Technically, yeah.
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 Yes. She
Did
would
she-
like you to apologize.
She says, "Me apologize. She should be the one apologizing."
Seeing this coming.
Oh,
Mhm,
we just
mhm.
want to get Ron to heaven, not heal relationships.
Okay. Sonnet is going to step in front of the sarcophagus, and she's going to hold her little two little dolls,
Mm-hmm.
and she says, "I understand that it is hard to go back to being what you were when you've become something new. And I understand it is hard to apologize for becoming something new. But it needs to happen. And you must be the bigger sarcophagus. Do you...
Meanwhile, Dardenkrantz is just thinking super hard, like you can just see it on her face, and she's like, "Tell me what happened with your sister."
So Dardenkrantz blurts out in the middle
Yeah.
of this.
Yeah.
And Sonnet looks over and it's like, "Yes, tell me what happened with your sister."
She says, "We were once one. She would speak on behalf of the sisters, and I would act. She grew to think that warp was greater than weft. This I can't allow."
Oh. One of my sisters once said that the prose is better than poetry. And I could not forgive that. So I became my own person. But do you not feel lonely? I feel lonely. All the time. That's what happens when you become your own thing. Instead of what you were.
Imagine close up of this mourning sarcophagus face and just no sound coming out of it. Like it has nothing to say to that. You've struck a chord with it.
Mhm.
I'm interested what everybody else wants to do in this situation. Coral?
Coral's like, "I'm gonna shove this hat into a hole."
Dardenkrantz does have the ability forgive, which I could use on her for 3.
Will that make her forgive? Is that what it does?
No. So like, here's what it does. You tell them that they are forgiven. They immediately feel guilt fade from their conscience.
Oh. Oh, you should do this.
That's
if
awesome.
if you use this on a boss, you will temporarily endear them to you.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to do.
That's sick.
Yeah, that is.
So Dardenkrantz steps forward and she just lays both of her hands on the sarcophagus. Clunk, clunk. And she says, "You are forgiven." And
The light shines out of her.
Light shines out of Dardenkrantz's eyes and mouth, and then they also shine out of the eyes and mouth of the sarcophagus. And then when it fades,
Is there a role in this, or that just happens?
oh, let me look. I don't know. It doesn't
I
say
assume
there's
it's
a
the
roll.
cost. Yeah, the cost is the
because
cost.
it's 3.
Gotcha.
So
You've got it to burn?
yeah. Oh, I sure do.
Okay. You say that. The light from your eyes pours into their eyes, and when it ends, the sarcophagus lid opens. There's nothing inside except a long golden needle, about 1.5 feet in length.
Hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
I bet the other one has thread in it.
Yeah. Forgive the next one. Forgive the next one.
We're just excitedly running back to the other room.
Yeah. Whee!
We got a
Darn
golden
crap.
needle. We got a golden needle.
Darn.
Benny McButter is just galloping down the hall.
Yeah.
Yep.
And flipping
Take the needle back to the other room.
flipping off the Spider-Man as we pass by.
Still cackling.
It's cackling Spider-Man.
Um,
And
what do you say to the other sarcophagus?
I clunk my hand on it and I like look around like does anybody have anything to say?
Speak now.
I'm turning into not my character into Amber and I'll be like I don't know. I just want to be like, get over it.
You know what? It's time.
Here. I'll say this. Hello. Do you want to be what you were? I'm asking that to the sarcophagus.
Yeah, you get the same like zoom in on the face, like just the mournful
Mhm.
empty eyes and empty mouth, but no
Mhm.
response.
I'm going to take that as a yes. Dardenkrantz, make her forgive.
Be that thing, I say. And I start glowing.
This time the sarcophagus opens in a golden loom.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Comes out.
Boom.
Shit, does anyone know how to weave?
I could do a great whip stitch, all the other kinds of stitches that you need to sew a body back together, but I don't know about weaving, really.
I only know bookbinding stitches.
I don't know what this thing is.
Angus, can you've patched your armor together?
You know what? I'm willing to give it a try.
In a roll, you're gonna try to operate this machinery.
Just like rolling my sleeves up like my giant blubbery arms.
So much sweat
Okay.
beating up.
Here we go. My nose is like quivering. Just roll.
Just a straight up roll, yeah.
All right. Now, what if I were to use overpower? What if I were to overpower this loom?
What does that give you?
It means that I get to overpower something.
Uh,
Disarm? What about disarm? 10.
10. I believe that is the success but negative consequence.
I have to stay in heaven.
Well, here's what is going to happen. You bring the thread, the needle, and the loom together, and you begin focusing on creating something. Like you came into this place as someone who has collected, as someone who is a craftsperson. You pay your own tribute to the sisters in a way, and you're just pouring that energy into what you're doing down here in the crypt where the beyond is so close. And as you do, sort of weaving at the same time is a golden archway set into the wall of the crypt. And you see the starfield darkening. You see lights whirl, and you feel the pull of the beyond. The hat, Ron McRanch's hat, lifts off of the mule's head. But you hear a voice say a refrain you've heard before: "Forget not the way of warp and weft, where one goes, the other must follow."
No, Angus like stands up and looks at the starfield and looks at the hat as it starts to
Yeah.
float into the archway, and turns back to the party and looks very peaceful and very, very pleasant and says, "Thank you for being my friends." And he turns around and he walks into the archway.
Dons the hat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right behind.
Turns around, goes, and then
Betrayal.
as he's walking through the archway, you hear the clink of spurs.
And it seals forever and becomes solid stone.
Dardenkrantz begins to sob.
We're all sobbing.
Yeah, Sonnet is crying like inky black tears, and she like grabs Dardenkrantz and Coral and goes, "Nobody else is getting unwoven and weird portals today."
2 out of 5 that's too high. We gotta get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
we gotta go.
And she goes, I have to compose now 2 more eulogies.
I always felt like
I'm
Angus
Smith.
was my other stepdad, and that Lobez was my other stepdad.
I have so
I
much to
just-
work through right now.
There's just a
What
lot
rhymes
happening.
with uncontrolled grief?
We're just crying.
Roast beef.
Uncontrolled beef.
Oh my god.
All right.
Well,
Oh, well.
the perfect ending to the game.
I just want to say, you know, just in the interest of not trying to always be on, I realized the perfect thing to say would have been, "What's the worst that could happen?"
Yeah. Oh.
As you go
As
into
you
this,
go.
Go
Yep,
backwards.
Yep, we do it.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
That's
Yep.
the yep.
Tip the
If you
hat.
could, if you could edit the VOD before you
Y-
post it, that'd be great.
You're asking too much of me, Sean. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh my god. Thank you all so much for playing in my
Yeah.
silly
Thank
little
Oh,
game.
this was a lot of fun.
This was
Yeah,
great.
I was like, oh man, Kat is gonna eat this lore stuff up.
Oh, nom, 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 nom. I love it.
Do you
Was
want
Oh
to?
my
really
god,
nice to-
Darden Krantz is frozen now. Darden
Oh
Krantz.
no!
Oh!
She touched the pool. She touched the pool.
Damn it!
3
Coral?
eulogies in one day.
Oh my gosh. Coral, you better not touch anything.
I'm not. I
Freeze.
only touched one thing that a granny offered me, and I changed my fate. So you know that's the only. I did one touch. One touch is enough touch. No more touching.
Ugh.
I wish it could have ended on a freeze frame of all of us. Like that would
Yeah.
have been the perfect
Oh, beautiful.
into the sunset.
Beautiful.
Oh, and we
Well,
absolutely
there it
lost.
goes.
Noelle's gone.
You know what?
And
Noelle
now
said
the overlay is
it's
so
whatever.
messed up.
It's all right. You know, she said I got 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Fair enough.
Fair
There's a
enough.
huge clock in front of her ticking. Now.
Yeah.
Now Noelle is gone. Oh,
I put
no.
John back into his hole, so we're all good. We were gonna do a little quick talk about how we liked the quest, the game, and stuff, but just
Well,
first
I'll
impression,
Love it.
Like
Yeah,
it, like
good.
it a lot.
very
Very
Yeah.
simple. The simplicity of the rules, but the depth of the character choices means that you can prioritize character stuff and like
Mhm.
thinking through situations instead of just like, I have a plus 15 in thievery and that's the only thing I can do in this game, so I'm going to do that.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, I really liked also Noelle just texted me that her internet instantly died as soon as the story ended. So
Okay.
you know, that's just how it'd be. No, but I really do I like that there's still like the class system, so everybody feels like they have their own sort of job to do.
hmm
But that all of the like there's not very many abilities, but there's enough that you can really sort of craft what you want your character to be able to do, and there's a lot of like applications for everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like
Also
the
feels
action
like-
point stuff.
oh, sorry, go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, for me, it's just like it's really nice to just worry about action points. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
all I have to worry about, and like, okay, I want to do X, and oh, some of these are 0. And it's just like passive stuff that you have,
Mhm.
so I
Mhm.
like that a lot.
Also, there's no math, and I love that. I love a game with no math.
I couldn't get enough of not having to think of numbers. Just beautiful.
Mm.
It is it's great. I think too the fact that the mechanics are so light, the abilities have to be so smart about being narrative. And
Mhm.
you all were praising when we were handing out the treasures of like, damn, these treasures are great. And that's why they're great. They're just about like, how do I tell a cool story?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't. You probably didn't get to read too much into the legendary abilities. Those are great storytelling things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like the Invoker, we talked about this on the Spotlight. The Invoker's ability where they commune with the cosmos, and if you roll a 1, I honestly would want to roll a 1 more than anything, because you do roam the cosmos for 10,000 years in a moment and come back to your body, and you're a totally different person. It's like what a fun role play opportunity.
Yeah. Well, I noticed like one of the legendary abilities for my character type, which I've absolutely forgotten the name. I'm a magician, that's right. But something I really liked was the legendary ability is control, but if you use control to harm another creature, you permanently forfeit your character and they become a boss. So you cannot use that to be evil.
Yeah,
like
that's
you
really
can't
good.
compel someone to do something that would like harm them. So I thought that was so cool, because it really kind of, what I'm noticing about this game is it really sort of resists grim dark, murder hobo, which I always love as somebody who doesn't enjoy playing role-playing games that way. So
Yeah.
Same. I just gotta say, because it's cool, one of the legendary fighter abilities is just a Final Fantasy style limit break.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
You get your like super cool Meteora pulling a satellite out of orbit or whatever the hell.
Yes.
Oh, very cool. That makes me want to play more of this game. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna be playing more of this. This was great.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
thank you guys.
Yeah.
I guess now it's just
Yeah, the three of us, the four of us.
More player deaths than I anticipated.
Darn
An actual
correct.
stream participant death.
Yeah, like people actually getting blown out of existence.
Oh my god, you did say that if we die in the game, we die in real life.
Oh my
Oh
God.
What's that?
I don't feel so good.
Yeah, so I guess we'll do the quick outros since we're down so many people. It's funny.
worries.
I have the move. I'll take care of the people who left, I guess.
Oh no, I have instructions.
Oh.
I'm being texted.
Okay, got it. Cool. Then I'll take care of Masood. All right, Kenny, where can people find you? What's up?
Find me on Geekspective. I have podcasts there. You can find me on Twitter at Wolfmere. Thank you.
Thank you, Kenny. And Kat.
You can find me on Twitter at KAZZBOTZ, or you can hear me weave a story of woe and friendship on the Dames and Dragons podcast, where I am the DM. And Noelle is also on that podcast, where she plays a surly teen wizard and rolls to fall in love. And you can find her on Twitter at Noelle Cherie, and you can find us, you can find our manager of management tweeting for us on the Dames and Dragons Twitter account. That's Dragon Dames, or you can find us on our website at dragondames.com. I think that's our website.
Yes, you got it.
Perfect.
And Sean.
My name's Sean. You can find me at Sean_O'Hara on Twitter. You can listen to my podcast, Spelt Lore, wherever you get podcasts. We're also online at Spelt Lore most places, including speltlore.com. Spelt Lore is a Dungeon World podcast that's 100% focused on collaborative world building and storytelling and comedy. The easiest way to describe it is if the responsibilities of the Fellowship of the Ring were given to the cast of a college road trip comedy. So if you like high fantasy with idiotic players, not players, the players are beautiful people, characters that could not be less equipped for what they're doing, then check out Spelt Lore.
And then for Masood, I'm going to read the Moobot exactly, where you can find Masood on Twitter at Marudeboy. That's MAHRUDEBOI. And also he does lots of streaming on Indoor Recess. And then also you can find him at Rivals of Waterdeep. And then me, Amber, you can find me on Twitter at Rocket Orca. And you can find my show, Shapeshift, at Shapeshiftcast. I'm in the middle of a Ryutama campaign, which is very wholesome. Basically, the character I made today is going to be in the next village. Well, not her specifically, but her village is going to be showing up in the campaign. And yeah, that all can be found at geekspective.com. And if you want to find all my work, rocketorca.com. We did it.
We did it, everybody.
We did it. All right.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks,
and
everybody, for playing.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. And bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.